I'm too strong, I'm gon' move on.
Swagger on diamonds just Sakasha tryna pick my brain and judge me like a book. I don't got many likes, but I got a lot of looks. My picture on the news, they tryna label me a crook. They say I do too much, I say I'm off the hook. They ask me where I've been, I say I just came from the hood. Smelling loud off this good, the whole day out in Jug. These niggas wanna go to war, man, I wish they would. Oakland like Baghdad in my neck of the woods.
Rest in peace, my nigga Lil E, man.
Got the roots, he let the beats build, bitch, and we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it G, always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me, no.
We live, man. We live from the boxing section, man. What's going on? What's going down? Kenneth Wallace, what's going on? Salute to my brother. Sweet Science Examiner, Big Tank, salute to my brother. Jalen, salute to my brother. JB, salute to you, my brother. Tone Brown, salute, man. Rob Brown, salute to you, my brother. All right. So listen, we had this weekend in boxing. I was in Philly, man. Taylor Bell, salute to my brother. Sheldon Moore, what's going on, OG? So I was in Philly this weekend. So I watched the fight. It was cool for what it was, but man, I was on a high, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Sheem Jefferson. Shout out to Sugar Sheen. Shout out to let me see who else. Shout out to Tamir Smalls, Shinar Bunch. Who else is on that card that we fucking with? Shout out to Andre Rozier was on that was a trainer on that card. His fighter was fucking killer. I mean, that motherfucker was a beast. Shit, what else? Who else? That's just about it. That's about it. Oh, Donald No Love Smith. Shout out to my boy Greg Hackett. Shout out to the homies, man. Yeah, man, it was a hell of a time. Yeah, so I was more worried about that than I was the Canelo fight. I watched the Canelo fight. Shout out to my boy, you know what I'm saying, Josh the Boxer, aka, you know what I'm saying, Real World Jones. We watched the fight. It was exciting. It was cool. You know what I mean? I thought it was gonna be a draw. It looked like it was gonna be a draw until the what do you call it? The UK My Eye Hurts crew came out and played. You know what I'm saying? You know, he came out with My Eye Hurt shit. Now he's saying his cheekbone was broken, shit like that. But we seen people fight through it all. But shit, who am I? I'm not a fighter. I'm not risking my life. You know what I'm saying? So, shit, what can I say? You know what I'm saying? Who am I? To say anything. But today, we're going to talk about real quick, OG. I'm gonna talk real quick, and I'm gonna get you right on. Oh man, a lot of knockouts. So Sheem won a decision. I mean, he beat the dog shit out that boy. I mean, he beat the shit. What's up, my dog here, man? You know what I'm saying? Home team. You know what I'm saying? Town business. We in this thing. Yeah, he beat the dog shit out that boy. So the guy that he fought had beat the guy that he lost in the amateurs. So he wanted that fight just so he can, you know what I'm saying, beat the shit out of the same dude that said that they beat him in the amateurs. But he beat the dog shit out that boy. You know what I'm saying? It was great. It was amazing, man. They bullshitting. You know You know what I'm saying? My cheekbone. Get the fuck out of here, dog. But let me stop. Let me not do that. Let me be respectful of the sport. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, man? King Fight 23. What's happening? SF City Slicker. What's going on, big dog? What's happening? Yeah, man. So I gotta talk about this. I should go change my fucking shirt and hoodie and go put that GOAT hoodie on, man. ESPN once again disrespects the greatest women boxer of all fucking time. Let's be fucking clear, man. Let's be honest, man, about this shit. Boxing Truth Turn, what's going on, big homie? What's happening? I can't sit back and allow ESPN to be on this bullshit. I mean, come on, man. That bitch struggled. I mean, I ain't gonna. Yeah, got me cut. I mean, she struggled her last fight. Damn near lost her last fight. And y'all got the nerve to put her above Carissa Shields? You got to be crazy. Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. You know what I'm saying? Cut the bullshit short, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's be honest. You know the great. What's going on, big homie? Let's just be honest about this whole shit, man. She struggled. She should have lost that fight, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Quit fucking around, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop this shit. Let's cut the bullshit. You know what I mean? The only reason why we even care about women's boxing is because of Carissa Shields. You know what I mean? If I could just be quite honest with you, you know, that shit is just, come on, ESPN, man. Get y'all shit together, man. What the fuck is going on out here, man? Andrew Guzman, what's going on, big homie? Eli Zachary, what's happening, man? Yeah, man. So that's the type of shit that we dealing with right now. You know, that's the type of shit that we're going through right now. She's a fucking quote. I mean, pound for pound, she done walked through every fucking division. She's undisputed in 2 different weight classes. She's unified in every single weight class she's ever fucking been in. And y'all gonna bring Katie Taylor to my fucking doorstep. Get the fuck out of here, man. You got to be fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? She damn near lost that fight. Fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know, and they want us to say that it's not about race, but when y'all do shit like this, that's what it feels like. It feels like race has a lot to do with the decisions that y'all be making when it comes to the fighters. You know what I mean? Seriously, in all seriousness, man, the shit just don't make sense. You know what I mean? Katie Taylor hadn't done shit. You know what I mean? She hadn't done a fucking thing. You know what I mean? And you know what? What I'm hoping for? Carissa Shields, lose that butt and go buy you a new one. You know what I'm saying? Go down there and just beat the dog shit out this Katie Taylor chick. You know what I'm saying? Get her the fuck out the way. You know what I mean? Just so all this talk about this broad can be laid to fucking rest. This shit's crazy, man. I mean, this shit's so fucking irritating that we're supposed to be talking about movies right now, and I'm talking about how they got a motherfucker above Carissa Shields. When Carissa Shields is like top 5 on all motherfuckers, even dudes. You know what I'm saying? She's like top 5 even on a list with dudes. The fuck out, man. These motherfuckers crazy. You said who should we know? JB, man, cut the shit. Cut the bullshit short, man. All right? Ain't a fucking soul can beat Carissa Shields, dude. Quit horsing around, man. She's cool, but compared to Carissa Shields, she ain't shit. You know what I mean? I mean, she could be number 2. She could be number 2, but ain't no fucking way she gonna be number 1. And that's just the facts, man. Yeah, man. We gotta see it though, because that's what they keep taking. Shout out to OG, man. Sheldon Moore, what's going on, OG? How you feeling, man?
I'm good. Salute to the homies in the chat. Salute to Kyle. What's up, fellas? What's going on? Yeah, that
Man, so,
you got to remember though. You can't get too upset, man, because these the same motherfuckers that said Lomachenko was better than Muhammad Ali. So you got
oh
to
yeah,
consider the source when you hear bullshit like that.
that was a fucking joke. You know what I mean? Just all out straight bullshit. Hold on, JB got some bullshit he wanted to tell us.
Nah,
What's
I
up,
ain't
JB?
got.
What's happening, man?
What's good? What's good, my guy Kyle, man? OG, what's happening with y'all, man?
What's
Hey,
up, young brother?
if Carissa Shields ain't number one on this, man, we gonna argue
I mean,
tonight.
it's debatable. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if you got Serrano number one, because you do got the resume to back it up.
Yeah, Serrano's a bad girl.
I mean,
Yeah,
Katie Taylor, I don't got Katie Taylor number one. I don't feel like she should be one. I mean, you could debate her 2 or 3, but I think it's either Clarissa Shields or Amanda Serrano could be number one.
You got a 2-time undisputed, and you got an 8 division world champion. So take your pick.
Well, I mean, it's easy for her to go up and weight like that. You know what I'm saying? She's a small girl. You know what I mean? But
That's what I'm saying, and that's my point. They penalizing Clarissa because Clarissa had to go down to fight these girls. She had to lose weight. That's why they're trying to penalize her, which is bullshit. I think it's harder to go down than it is to go up. But what the fuck do I know?
yeah, I mean, we ain't shit. You know what I mean? In a nutshell, what they tell us, we ain't shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get Carissa Shields on the show. I'm about to highlight my homegirl, and I'm getting her on this fucking show because we give her so much love and so much support. I'm about to just use my contest. I'm gonna just say fuck it. I'm gonna hit my homegirl up and I'm gonna just ask her, hey, get her on the show for me. You know? That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I be trying not to ask my friends for favors and shit, but fuck this. I got Shields in this show, man, because she got to talk
Hey,
that.
you want to hear some more bullshit?
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna love this one. Your boy just said he had to step away because he's having mental issues, supposedly, right?
Who?
Your boy, the greatest lightweight of all time, Ryan Garcia.
What happened? Because I don't.
Now you say he gonna fight Rolly.
Each.
I told you he was capping from the gate. I told you.
It's if he on that shit, bro, I'm gonna be pissed off because I gave that punk ass nigga the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna look that shit up. But if he said that shit, I ain't fucking with it. I already don't fuck with the guy, but I was giving him the benefit of the doubt, strictly because of the facts that you don't want to just discount somebody with the mental health. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to discount them for that. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to say he's a liar and shit like that. You know what I mean? Just because it's a stick situation, especially because
It sure sounds like it though.
yeah, man. I mean, if that's true, he's just a punk bitch. And I hope Rolly put fucking hands on him. You know what I'm saying? I be in and out of how I feel about Rolly sometimes. Sometimes I love him, sometimes I hate him. You see, there's no me and Rolly. You know, he loves the nigga.
Well, Rolly's a bum, so Rolly
Yeah.
probably get beat because he's terrible.
Man,
He's awful.
Yeah, man. The link is in the chat, man. If we're gonna go, but today we're gonna talk about the greatest actor of all time.
Oh, we already know who that is, man. That's a easy debate. It's settled quickly.
Who you got?
The greatest actor of all time is Billy D. Williams.
Billy D is good, but compared to Denzel Washington, Billy D. Williams ain't shit. Let's get that shit clear. Let's get that shit clear and out the way, my brother. I love Billy D. Williams. You know, I holler at girls like Billy D. Williams. You know what I'm saying? I come to with the smooth voice and the, you know what I mean? How you doing today, beautiful? And you know what I'm saying? But come on, man. He ain't fucking with my boy, dog. He ain't fucking with Denzel at all. Somebody hella funny.
My boy DJ say Jamie Foxx, bro.
Jamie Foxx is good, but compared to Denzel Washington, Jamie Foxx ain't shit. I'm just being honest with you, man. Yes, sir. Dude, that's hey. If you ain't doing shit, DJ, I know DJ probably at work and shit, so I know he can't really hop on like he want to. But the link is in the chat. Whoever want to hop on and just talk that talk, Rob and
Who's the best, JB? Who's the best actor of all time?
Man. Y'all might. Oh no, y'all might not like my answer. Yeah. I like Marlon Brando or Al Pacino, one of them type of dudes.
over
Not a
Denzel
bad pick. Not a bad pick.
You said what?
over Denzel.
Yeah, I like the roles they play and certain. I like certain type of genres of films, and them the type of films they in. Ain't no slight towards Denzel, but I just like the type of movies they in better.
I mean, I can't say they better than Denzel Washington though. Not Denzel. Not Denzel.
What movie is on the level of Godfather that Denzel was in?
Training Day, man. Quit fucking around.
Come on, man, get out of here, Kyle. Stop trolling.
No,
I
serious.
like it. You serious?
Are you serious, bro? Are you serious right now?
I'm serious.
My boy, the motherfucker won an Oscar. Well, I mean, he won an Oscar for that, bro.
Yeah, that's because he won an Oscar for the role in Training Day. A great movie,
All right,
hands down. I can't debate that, but it's not a Godfather level.
Malcolm X.
You said Malcolm X?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean I like John Q. I like that movie too.
We got. Shout out to my boy Tank, man. What's happening, Tank? Who you got? Who you got? He talking that bullshit right now. Tank, who the best actor in your opinion, all time? I think you muted, Big Tank. Can y'all hear me?
Hey, can y'all hear me now?
Okay, yeah,
Can you hear me?
good.
Yeah,
Mic check. Somebody in the chat, let me know if y'all can hear me.
D-High, just salute to my brother for stopping through, man. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Big Tank. Who you got?
Oh, you said like the best actors,
Best actor of
the
all
best
time.
actors, just the males, not the females, right?
You only get one.
And that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one because in acting, you got to look at it from different perspectives, right? You got who when they get a role like brings a character to life, and like they or like they get lines, right, and they make you feel the emotion of the lines, or they crush the emotional scenes, the the passion, or the anger, and all these different aspects. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to hit all these notes, like a kind of like a singer who can hit multiple notes. You know what I mean? But then you have actors who can play roles in different roles that you don't look at the actor and be like, oh, that's Denzel, right? You look at the character and you say, oh, that's Forrest Gump. That's not Tom Hanks. So it's like it's a tricky thing how you when you look at acting. But I have to say, I've always said I'll say this one of the most underrated actors that I have had the privilege of living through, seeing work over the years of time that I've been alive is Eddie Murphy. Because Eddie Murphy is known as a funny guy, right? But when you look at like movies like Beverly Hills Cop, they got funny moments where he can be funny, but you know what I'm saying. He's a actually it's like an action movie. You know what I mean? In a way that got some funny aspects to it. But then you look at something like Dreamgirls, where he could play like a dramatic character, and people got a chance to see the other parts of his acting skills. Or you look at a movie like Bowfinger, where he plays two different characters in one movie. You know what I mean? So, and we're not even going to get into like something like The Nutty Professor, uh, or Coming to America, where he can play multiple characters in one movie, and each character have their own unique personality, sound, and attributes of their own.
So
The easy answers is easy, Denzel Washington or Lawrence Fishburne. But when you look at like just straight talent, you know what I'm saying, you got to give Eddie Murphy his props too, on the list, on any list.
you only got one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Eddie Murphy because he's the underrated one. I mean, that's why I said him first, because Denzel's an easy answer, but every movie is it's Denzel. You know what I mean? You don't look at it like necessarily like Denzel's playing, these characters. You may remember titles of movies, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh, that was Denzel doing that. That's Denzel. You don't look at it like, uh, you know what I mean? Actual character, the character in the movie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. YV, what's going on, big homie? I'm gonna be honest with you. For the longest time, I thought
Hey, am I
Denzel.
the only one that's Kyle's mic is messing up, or is that my audio? I'm having audio problems.
Somebody got everything, Mike. Hey, for the longest, I thought Malcolm X. I thought Denzel was Malcolm X, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, bro. You know what I mean. But
Did you grow up listening to Malcolm X and watching his stuff?
no, when I was like a little kid, like before I got to know it better, like my first introduction to Malcolm X was the movie.
Oh, that's why. Okay,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
makes sense.
Yeah. So my first introduction was the movie. So I always thought that Denzel Washington was Malcolm X. So anytime I see Denzel Washington, I was like, oh shit, that's Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? Like people were like, oh, Malcolm X died, but I was like, he was just in this movie. Yeah, but don't judge a young kid, man. I don't know better. Okay. So now we're gonna get into the hard shit, man. We're gonna get into the hard shit. Shout out to my dog Cam. Always a favorite man, producer of the show. Shout out to JB, man, the first co-host of the show. Shout out to the anchor of the show, and shout out to
Kyle, your mic messing up.
Hey,
uh,
am I tripping, or
problems,
maybe I
man.
need to go back and go back in because I can't hear what Kyle's
No,
saying.
no, you right, Tank. His mic glitching. It's like in and out.
I'm having real problems with my mic lately, man. Now, you
Now
hear
you
me now?
sound like you over there on a space shuttle or something. Like you trying to reach home, like you trying to reach
You
NASA.
hear me?
Say something, Kyle. I promise you, I know I don't know if it was me or not, Sheldon. I was like, damn, like my nigga on
Yeah, it
Apollo
was
13
Kyle.
and shit.
It was Kyle. It was Kyle.
Oh, okay. But what y'all think about that though? Before Kyle get his shit together, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of actors out there, but acting is like you got actors who, it's like them in every role. You know what I mean? So it's like I want
You
to
hear
see what Denzel does with this and that and the other, versus bringing an actual character to life, and you be like,
You
that's
hear me?
different. That
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
okay, there
got
you
you.
go,
Yeah.
Kyle. Feedback.
Yeah, I think Denzel's the best method actor out there. He can play any role and make it believable. You know,
Y'all want to know what I love about Denzel Washington, guys?
what's that?
He's a man's man. You know what I mean? He's a man's man. He ain't putting on no fucking dress. He ain't playing no soft ass roles. You know what I mean? You can count on him to be the best actor every time. You know what I'm saying? He's one of them guys that ain't got that don't be on no bullshit. And I gotta respect that. Shout out to my dog Reggie Owens, man. What's going on, Big Reg? Yeah. So that's you know that's me though, man. Will Smith
Yeah,
is
that's a
good too though.
great point, Kyle. Y'all know who, another actor who can do multiple things is Wesley Snipes.
Oh, Will
You know
Smith's a
what I'm
bad
saying?
motherfucker too. He a bad motherfucker too.
That's a bad boy right there when it comes to this acting thing.
I mean, it's a lot of bad motherfuckers though. I ain't gonna lie. It's just some maybe it's it's I'm a little biased. Of course, y'all know I'm the most biased nigga y'all know, and I own my bias. You know what I mean? But I don't think nobody can fuck with Denzel.
Tom Hanks crushed that motherfucking Forrest Gump role though.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? You
Forrest Gump
think
was
that dude
good.
was real slow like that?
Well, Forrest Gump put some shit. Forrest Gump put some shit. I didn't think it was as good as everybody think it is or thought it was. I mean, I thought it was cool, but I don't, if I'm comparing it to some shit that I like, I wouldn't, you know.
I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the fact that when you're watching the movie, you're not calling him Tom Hanks. You're calling him Forrest Gump. That's what I mean by acting. You know what I mean? When
Yeah.
you're looking at a role, you're looking at a role, and the person that you're looking at, you're not looking at them as Tom Hanks. You're not looking at them like Denzel. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like to me, like there's different ways. You know what I mean? Like okay, Denzel will crush the role, but it's like, is that Denzel in every movie? Is Denzel the same in? Is he going to crush it the same in American Gangster as he does in Glory, as he does in Equalizer? You see what I'm saying? Or as he does in the Book of Eli? It's Denzel in all the roles versus uh, we call him Denzel by the character's name that he's playing in the film. That's what I'm looking
Hey,
at it
what
like.
about Forrest? What about Forrest?
Forrest Whitaker uh,
I love that.
is
Dude is special.
another actor like that. That's what I'm saying. He's crushing the role, but he can transform into Idi Amin when he does the Last King of Scotland. You see what I mean? So when you're watching that movie, you're not even thinking like Forrest Whitaker at that time, or like when you watch the TV show The Shield, you're looking at it like that's Lieutenant Kavanaugh. That's not Forrest Whitaker. You know what I mean? So like those things, those are the things that when I'm looking at it from a fan of cinema, I'm like, damn, this actor is crushing it because it took me. Yeah, it's Forrest Whitaker visually, but the things that he's doing, look, he got me saying Lieutenant Kavanaugh's an asshole. You know what I mean? I know this dude by name and shit now. He brought this character to life. Now this character is taking over uh, the persona of the actor that's playing him, and that's where you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't
Round
know who
19.
people. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
Real quick, my bad. Raul, 1980. Lawhorn, salute to you, my brother, for coming through. Go ahead, Big Tank. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. I had to get that shout out.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no wrong answer because like, I keep saying this, and I know motherfuckers gonna be like, you said that already, but like Denzel is the easy answer because of the way he crushes his roles. And then Kyle brought up something that matters to some of us, but other people don't matter to, and that's the integrity that Denzel has. You know, uh, same thing with Lawrence Fishburne. That's why I brought him up. Because the thing with guys like that, they're what you call a man's man, uh, uh, um, uh, the person who is who bring back that thing where we like, you know what, he ain't gonna compromise who he is for the role, just for the industry, and those kind of things matter. You know what I mean? Uh, for some of us who come up in a certain era or even come up a certain way in this era. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that matters.
For sure.
Lawrence Fishburne crushes every role, but when I watch The Matrix, I'm like, that's Morpheus. That's not Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Every time I watch it, I'll be like, yeah, you ain't fucking with Morpheus like that.
I felt like I called Denzel Alonzo. No, I mean for me, I don't know about y'all, but I called Denzel Alonzo. You know what I'm saying? When it came to Training Day,
Yeah.
he was Lonzo to me. Shit. You know what I mean? He was Lonzo like a motherfucker to me. Man.
Did you hear about what he said about that role, playing that role when he won the Oscar and he was interviewed about it?
What he
He
say?
said he said that's the role that he had to act the least in. He said that was the easiest role I ever had. He said I did the least acting I ever did in my career, playing Lonzo in Training Day.
Man, for sure. Cam, can you cue up that those Denzel Washington movies so we can run through them and talk about them? If y'all got a top 5 Denzel Washington movies, I mean I know that's gonna be hard to do and pick and choose. But give me y'all 5 though. So we'll start with JB, then we'll go with the OG, and then we'll go with Big Tank.
Training Day, John Q, Remember the Titans. Damn. Man. I'm gonna say Malcolm X. And his last one hard though. I'm trying to think. Y'all gotta throw some I need help on this last one. Y'all gotta throw some recommendations out there for me. So
No, you get you on your own, JoJo.
come back, nigga. Come back to me, nigga.
All right. OG.
Let's say Glory, Malcolm X, Training Day, John Q, Fences.
Oh yeah, that was me too.
Tank?
Yeah, that was your 5? You missing one?
Nah, I say Glory, John Q, Malcolm X, Training Day, and Fences. That's
Okay.
5.
Okay. Go ahead, Big Tank. Big Tank. I think you muted. Can you hear me?
I got you.
Oh, he might be doing something. But my 5, it's close. It's close to yours, show. I ain't gonna lie. Mine is close to yours. I got Remember the Titans, Malcolm X, Mo Better Blues, Fences, and Training Day. That's my 5. That's my 5. Big Cam, what's your 5?
Man,
That's a good 5.
Who's that? Who's that? That was about to say something. Cam, what's your 5?
Mic check.
Yeah, you clear.
Yo, you got me?
Yeah, what you say, Cam?
Shit. Training Day, Man on Fire.
Oh man.
I ain't heard nobody say Man on Fire. Ooh, Inside Man, that's another good one.
Yes.
Inside Man, Remember the Titans, Malcolm X. How many is that? It's 4?
Yeah, you got one more.
5.
No, that's 5, brother. That's
Yeah,
5, brother.
Okay. Hey, can
Man,
you
I can't
queue
hear
up all
nobody.
his movies
Hold
though?
on.
What you say?
Can you
Go ahead.
queue up all his movies for me so we can go through them?
You got them in a pick
Who?
over here? I mean, you got them on here. You got them on here already?
No, I'm talking about how you go to the website and shit, then you pull it up like that.
All right, hold on. Let me see. got you.
Yeah, man, Denzel. Okay, can we just talk about Fences real quick, man? For those who've seen it, the thing about Fences is James what is the name? Shit. James James, the one that with Daddy.
Say it again. You breaking up.
What was the nigga that played with Daddy, man? Hey, what did James Earl Jones?
In Fences?
No, I'm saying, yo, he played Fences first though. He played the character first, but he did it.
Oh yeah, yeah. With James Earl Jones, he did the play.
Yeah, man. And for him to outdo James Earl Jones, man, you got to tip them caps all the way. All the way. I mean, dude.
Yeah, that was a cold role he played.
Dude, I gotta watch that with my son. You know what I mean? When he get old enough, man, we're gonna watch that together. That movie, man, the lessons and the sayings, man, that you get. I mean, the shit was amazing, man. I mean, at least. You know what I mean? I mean, the shit was just, shit was good, man. Shit was good. I mean, man, it was good, bro. And it was crazy, man, because the mom ended up becoming him at the end, raising the little girl. That shit was crazy, man. I enjoyed it.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear live and clear with your 510.
Okay. In no particular order, 5
Yeah.
movies that I always love to see it with Denzel is Glory, um, The Book of Eli, Malcolm X, Fences, and Deja Vu. I'm a huge fan of time traveling genre when time travel is in a circular motion instead of being linear, and that's a great time traveling movie that Denzel was in, Deja Vu. Power was a good movie, but I don't know if it's considered a Denzel movie because there's so many other people in that. It's like an ensemble cast. But I'm a real fan. Like that was one of my first movies that I watched, the Denzel. Um, and y'all remember Ricochet? Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't want to go too old school with it, but yeah, those are all great movies. But some of those movies are like considered ensemble.
Yeah, man, Denzel had some shit. Cue it up, Cam. And some of these movies I've seen, I know Tank probably seen them all, but I know some probably haven't seen some of these movies. So
Yeah, I've just queued it up, man. It's just the whole story of it, man. Fences was just the story. You know what I'm saying?
shit was
How many
amazing.
of us have lived through that? How many of us have been there?
Hey, did anybody mention he got game?
Yeah, he
Shit.
got game.
That was a good movie. That was a
It's
good
too.
movie.
He got so many. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It's a
forgot all
disservice to
about he
do
got
5.
game.
It's a disservice to do just 5 movies with when it comes to Denzel.
But the Book of Eli,
Damn, Antoine Fisher. Fuck.
The Equalizer,
Have you ever seen
Devil in a Blue Dress.
Hey, look, I got one for y'all. I'm gonna go way back. Who remember Mo Better Blues?
I said I had to. Damn it! I gotta take something out because I gotta put he got game in, man.
Hey, look, who remember the Siege? The Siege has got probably probably some of his best work. Uh, because that's one of the movies that I say when you start looking at it like, damn, now he got another elite actor to play off of with Bruce Willis. You know what I mean? Annette Bening in that one. Annette Bening, Bruce Willis. You know what I mean? He got other. He does well whether it's an ensemble cast or he's the lead. Like I said, he's the easy pick for GOAT when it comes to this acting shit.
Damn.
Man, there's so many great films.
American
Tank,
Gangster
Tank,
too. Who said American
Yeah.
Gangster?
Tank, you got him over Sidney and James?
Hey, man, I
Um.
don't know why my mic is fucking up all of a sudden, man.
Yeah, Kyle, your shit is like real staticky. Every other word, damn near.
This mic is static, you know.
That's why I don't know when to talk or when to somebody asked, do I got him over James Earl Jones and who else?
Sidney.
Sidney Poitier?
Sidney. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it's errors, right? It's errors. And when you look at like Sidney Poitier's acting, it was cool. He did some great work in his time, but then you look at like I don't know, it's just errors because like the stuff that he did when he did it was cool, but it's not like for me everything don't transition to now, even though there's been some remakes of it of the movie Sidney's been in, but he's an all time great. I'll give him more love just because of the being the Godfather. You know what I mean? Like I give Ice-T love for being the Godfather of hip hop and from LA. Even though he's not a native of LA, but you know what I'm saying, I run with Cube, who came after him. You know what I'm saying? I run with Denzel more than I run with Sidney and James Earl Jones. He's more of a same thing with Era. I haven't watched a lot of his stuff where I can see James Earl Jones's range as an actor. He's more of he has a presence. His impact is more felt because of the voice. But in terms of his range as an actor, you know what I mean? To me, those are the things that matter that I give Denzel over. You know what I'm saying? When you watch if any of y'all have ever watched a movie with Denzel and Gene Hackman called Crimson Tide, and you look at all the tense moments when they on the submarine and the fact that he's the number two to Gene Hackman's number one, and they have the scenes where they have to take over the sub. I mean, that's some intense stuff. And I don't think I personally haven't seen James Earl Jones in stuff like that. You know what I mean? Not saying that he hasn't had it, but I think the earliest James Earl Jones movie that I saw was Conan the Barbarian. So I'm going from that kind of era.
Yeah, I got you. It's arrows.
Shout out to Signs at a Time. Shout out to Red Cliff. Shout out to Jay Dixon.
Kyle,
yeah,
you gotta leave, bro, and come back.
Man, I left and came back 4-5 times, man.
Oh, okay,
God, dog. Yes, sir, Mir. That's what I'm saying. Mufasa. That's a voice. You know what I mean? It's not really. He's not playing no. There's no range in the Mufasa. You know what I mean? It's James Earl doing what he do.
I'm gonna need y'all to carry the
show.
man.
Darth Vader.
I'm gonna need y'all to carry the show because I don't know what the hell is going on, man. So try to carry the show for me, fellas, man, because I don't know what the hell's going on my phone, bro. But
now
carry
you
it
clear.
until I figure it out.
I'm about to say now you better go now while you clear.
Okay. Shout out to
it's the clearest you've been.
Okay. Shout out to Signs of the Times. Shout out to Jay Dixon. Shout out to Red Cliff. Appreciate y'all boys for sliding through. Was that clear?
Yeah,
Yep.
you good right now.
All
Yep.
right. Well,
I'm like,
okay.
shit, you better go while you can, brother.
All right, for sure. Yeah, man. Dude, this shit crazy, man. Denzel was such a great actor. That it's hard to even pick just one. You know what I mean?
We can literally have a Denzel night, Kyle.
That's what we doing, man.
I'm not even fronting. I'm not even fronting. Like this, a night dedicated. Let's talk about Denzel's movie, his impact on Hollywood, the people that came under him, motherfucking lives he didn't touch. You know what I'm saying? He put Chadwick Boseman on.
Ghost.
Huh?
Ghost.
Oh yeah, Amari Hardwick.
Hardwick.
What's the other cat name that did the movie recently with the American Skin? Come on, man. I can't believe I forgot his name. He did
he just came on a barbershop and shit.
Yeah, he just came in the shop. Parker.
Nate Parker.
Yeah, the brother Nate Parker. Because I was gonna say The Great Debaters. I don't know if anybody watched that. That's a great movie.
That was a good one.
Yeah, Great Debaters.
And also his son, if we count his son, you know what I mean? Straight from the boy Ballsack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just watched Tenet the other day. Excellent movie.
Man, he a bad motherfucker.
Which one? He just watched what?
Denzel's son.
Denzel's son, Washington Jr. Tenet.
Which film?
That's what it's called. It's called Tenet.
Oh, Tenet. Yeah, well, I didn't hear the name. That's what I said. Which film?
Yeah,
I didn't hear the film. Yeah, Tenet. Yeah, I liked him in Black Klansman. Spike Lee's film.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
I like that one too, Tenet.
Yeah, I mean,
and
I really.
I was gonna say, ain't it ironic that Spike Lee was the one that put his dad in, damn near put his dad on, and you know what I'm saying, he gets to work with him in Black Klansman, talk about the you know what I'm saying, the full circle of life and shit.
Yeah, let's talk about Spike Lee. Let's talk about.
He didn't even want to work. He didn't even want to be an actor. He wanted to be a football player.
Right.
Your destiny is your destiny, though. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about. Let's talk about Spike Lee real fast though, and the impact of his movies. The only thing I get mad about Spike Lee about is not putting more brothers on.
What? I know my nigga's capping now.
No, I'm not talking about actors. I'm not talking about actors. I'm talking about like directors and producers and stuff like that. You dig what I'm
put
saying?
them on and they're not saying nothing. I'm saying though, have he been putting them on and they not saying nothing because his name is not necessarily gold in Hollywood? You say Spike Lee name and you get shunned. You talk about a guy who's barely got any love on the awards from these award sanctioning bodies. You know what I mean? And you associate yourself with Spike Lee.
I know for a fact.
I don't know.
I know for a fact that he shitted on Dame Dash and them. So I know that for a fact. So I'm just saying, like that's a known one. It's a couple more that he shitted on. As much as we don't like Tyler Perry, he shitted on him too.
But those are their own people. I'm talking about people that came up under him that got jobs and work now. That's what I'm saying. I mean, are these guys showing him the respect that he deserved? Because a lot the Dame Dashes and Tyler Perry's wouldn't be Dame Dash or Tyler Perry when it came to filmmaking if it wasn't for Spike Lee.
Yeah, I mean, but you also gotta pass that torch too, though, man. You know what I mean? You still gotta pass that torch.
I don't. It's not sports. Filmmaking is something that you can do until you pass away. It's even in sports, you don't pass the torch. That's a misnomer. In sports, you take the torch. If it's your time, you take the time, and then the other person becomes obsolete. Get out there and make some movies, and then you take the torch. So like you can literally say that the torch is already been passed to Tyler Perry because he's putting out the most product right now. He's putting out product after product after product, whether you agree with the product or not, whether you enjoy the product or not. I personally don't watch Tyler Perry's work, um, um, but you know it's out there. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that the brother ain't putting it out there and he don't have an abundance of it. Um, that would be ignorant of me to say. But he I would say that he has. If anybody has the torch right now, it's Tyler Perry, and the proof is in the pudding. We don't see no Spike Lee production studio the size of Tyler Perry's, so he have the torch. And right now, uh, unless I miss something, they on the same page and they cool right now. You know what I'm saying? So something has had to happen behind the scenes to where the respect has been laid out and the proper respects have been paid between the two of them because I don't know if they're working together, like on with Spike Lee's talent as a filmmaker and the infrastructure that Tyler Perry has over there with his studio. But I do know that the last time I checked, they are on the same page in terms of in the public showing respect towards one another. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. But I
I just
thought you was talking about more of people that's coming under him, like people that worked on films and that were helping writing and producing and directing, like first AD, second AD on films, and then moving on and becoming something in Hollywood after that. Not giving, not really coming out and saying I got this from Spike Lee, or I got that from Spike Lee. Um, because I could kind of see this guy's kind of playing, keeping that close to the vest, knowing how Hollywood hates on Spike Lee.
yeah, I can feel it. I don't know, man. I just think, mm,
Because he can go back to like you said, Denzel, right? I mean, not Denzel, Salakia. You said even like you said Dane Dash, right? And Tyler Perry. I can go back and say the same thing with Eddie Murphy. He wasn't co-signing Eddie Murphy stuff back when Eddie Murphy was at the top of his game in his heyday. So that these things are well known, but it's a competitive thing. I'm trying to get my movie, but you giving the movies to this guy. My stuff is more socially relevant, but you giving the movies to these guys. You have opportunity to tell some great black stories uh, where you can put us in a particular light, but you're doing movies with where you're making fun of black women uh, in terms of you know what I mean. Like let's say he looks at Tyler Perry like a guy, because there's two ways to look at these Medea characters, right? You can look at it as a way of the effeminization or emasculation of black men, or you can look at black men making fun of older black women. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways you can look at that. You can look at is that the way black men see black women, so that when they portray them, they play these certain roles like Big Mama or the role that Martin played on his show when he played his own mother. You can look at it as these are these infeminization of men, or is it how certain black men see older black women? Either way, Spike Lee could look at that and be like, man, I'm not going to pass no torch, or I'm not going to give no credit to somebody who's doing that to my people. So I got to look at it from all, the whole total picture. You know what I mean? You got Jamie Foxx who plays Wanda. You got Martin who plays Shanae. These are not showing black women in a favorable light when they depict them. And some say that men shouldn't be depicting women at all. You know what I mean? So I could look at it from all sides. You know what I mean? They could be like, well, look, I'm just trying to get my talent out. They could look at it like I'm just trying to get my talent out and show that I can be diverse in what I do. And Spike could be like, well, yeah, well, we don't need to be doing that. There's other things that we can be doing. So I don't know how to really look at that one. That's a tricky one for me, Kyle.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, it's just sometimes you just wish that people would just do shit. You know what I mean? You just wish that they would just put a motherfucker on. You know what I'm saying? You know, like Dame Dash put on he put Lee Daniels on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just saying you gotta, you know, put a motherfucker on, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's get back to the greatest actor of all time in Denzel Washington. Can you name a bad movie from Denzel? Off top, Tank?
Off top, a bad movie. Um, I didn't necessarily like the one. I think it was. I don't know if it was called Safe House or was it called. I'm trying not to spoil the movie.
Safe House.
It's one where he excuse me, because at one point in time Hollywood had fun killing Denzel's characters. Excuse me, but I don't remember if the name of it. But he was at the end of it. He gets murked. It's not Man on Fire. I'm trying to think of the movie, but I didn't necessarily like that movie.
What movie was that, man? My dude, this I'm having some.
I don't know. I don't know if it was called Safe House. I'm not sure which one it was, but I didn't really care too much for that movie. It's like at the end where he gets shot in the stomach and he dies. He gets hit with a gut shot. It's not Man on Fire because that's the one where he's going around, you know, getting at everybody. Even that one was kind of like, it was cool when he was going around doing his revenge thing, but Hollywood found a way to make sure at the end of the film that he gets clipped. There was a point in time where Hollywood was going around just having fun. These are my words, of course, having fun killing the characters that he played after Training Day, you know, including Training Day actually. Yeah. But I think it was called Safe House. I wasn't really too much into that one.
Yeah, mine was the one where he's a cowboy. I didn't really.
The Magnificent Seven, or is that a different one?
You didn't like the Magnificent Seven?
Yeah, that one was like ho hum to me. Y'all, is it that y'all like the role or the movie? Because it's two different things. Because he said movie, not role. You see, Denzel can do great in the role, but then the movie don't land or whatever. It don't be as good.
I guess I'm just older. I like the whole thing, the movie and the
Hey, OG, is that you with the music in the background, family?
Yeah, who is that with the soundtrack?
Yeah, I'm headed somewhere right quick.
Okay.
Can't even hear the brother. Deuce Times. I hope not. He said the Lakers gonna make the playoffs. Hopefully they get a play-in game against the Warriors or somebody. And
how they gonna miss the playoffs when they just won yesterday?
I don't know what is it clinched? Did they clinch it or did they? I don't know where the numbers are.
They battling with 7 and 8, but I don't know how he can say that.
But if 7 and under is the playing game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but I mean,
LeBron come back tomorrow.
Well, the last time LeBron came back, they lost. They lost the game.
He wasn't 100%, man.
He said he ain't never gonna be 100%.
We'll be fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I personally, LeBron is not a Laker to me. Thank you for your services last season. You know, it was cool for me to see Anthony Davis and Rondo get a ring. What's the guy's name that was on Shaq and the Fool a lot? You know, for him to get another ring. I think it was McGee.
JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee to get another ring. You know what I'm saying? So people can get off his case.
Trolling, man. He trolling.
But
he trolling.
Who? Deuce Times?
He trolling.
Who? Deuce Times?
Yeah, he trolling.
I want Brody on the Lakers. I want Russ Westbrook on the Lakers.
Yeah, but it depends. I don't look. I have issues with LeBron, the way LeBron James is received. He done it. He has his place in NBA history. But I don't know. He ain't. I don't look at him as a Laker. I don't. The narrative that goes with this guy is crazy, ridiculous. You even got people like Jeannie Buss saying that he's in the top 5 of Lakers impact
Over
when
Shaq.
and leave out guys like Shaquille O'Neal. Like this stuff is getting unreal at this point. The guy won a bubblegum championship. You know what I'm saying? It was in the bubble.
Oh,
The
come on.
bubble.
And Tank.
It
We're
was
not
it
gonna
was
do
the
all that.
bubble. It was a bubble. You know what I'm saying? I
Dude,
call it bubble gum. I'm just
bro.
y'all know we
Why
get
this championship?
yeah, it was yeah, I agree. It was probably one of the easiest championships you can get.
Starting to sound
No,
like
but that's
hate.
hard,
Hold
No.
on. Hold on. It was probably one of the it depends on how you look at it. You know what I'm saying? You can look at it from some of the players called it easy, some of the players call it hard. Who do you listen to? You know what I mean? You gotta look at you. You have some players saying it was easy. You have some players saying it was difficult. Then you make your own decision as a person that's outside looking in. So outside looking in, I look at. I think it's a little bit more difficult to go travel on the road, go from city to city, risk getting poisoned because the people in the town or the restaurant you get food from are fans of their local team, so they poison you like Kobe Bryant got food poison for game 6 or 7 against the Sacramento Kings. They over there shaking the bus, rocking the bus when they played Boston. Going to the Boston Garden when they turn up the heat in the visitors' locker room, and there's a lot of things that you don't have to deal with when you're playing in the same gym over and over and over again. All you got to do is focus on basketball. A lot of these guys they're trying to say, oh well, you know, well I'm used to being able to decompress and have my family. But then you have other guys saying nobody stopped me from bringing my family here. How come you didn't bring your family? I was around my family the whole time in the bubble gum. So I don't know. I don't agree. I don't agree with the narratives that it's the hardest championship and all that other stuff because you could have had your family there the whole time, like some certain players did. So if they for whatever reason chose not to bring their family there, then that was the reason that they didn't bring their family there. But you played in the same gym all the same time. You didn't have to worry about heckling fans. You didn't have to worry about adverse conditions on the court or worried about getting food poison from the visiting city's restaurants. All you had to do was worry about playing basketball. If you give some of these guys, some of these great players in the history of basketball, the opportunity to play in the same gym over and over and over again, you know, they probably get out there and bust ass too. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, but dog, you got to think about it. We had home court advantage with no home court advantage.
I think that I don't think that I think that every team that played had home court advantage in the bubble because
But
you played
that's
at the same
but
gym.
that's what I'm saying. We didn't have the home court advantage. That we worked so
No,
hard.
I'm saying no, you do. There's what I'm saying is you do have home court advantage
How you have home court advantage if there ain't no fans?
because you did have fans. They was on the screen, and that's the other thing. That's the other thing. It's just basketball. That's what I'm saying. All you gotta do is focus on basketball, right? So if you don't have fans in the stands, right? But they had fans on. They fed the lot the whatever into the stadium, right? The cheers and jeers. Now that's the thing. Every it depended on who you were, who got on the screens, right? Like if more Laker fans logged on, I don't know how it worked because I wasn't into the bubble
That
gum.
ain't that like
Uh,
people being. Listen,
I understand that.
I was at a
What
live event. I was at a live event Saturday, and you can feel the difference in because my shout out to Sheem Jefferson, man, hell of a performance. But he told me that it was different, man. With the fans being there, he said it was a whole nother energy, man, than fighting in that bubble.
I understand that, but it's the same thing that you're dealing with in the bubble. Like who was that? Who was that? Jamal Charlo or Jamel Charlo said if you ain't about boxing, you don't belong in the bubble, right? No shade to the Daniel Jacobs of the world who need to feed on fans, right? Because Daniel Jacob is one of those fighters who he feeds off of what the fans' energy is, right? And then when there was no fans, the one fight he had was a complete dud against Gabriel Rosado, right? But those of us who have been following Daniel Jacobs' career, we know that he don't fight like that. But that matters, right? But at the end of the day, when you have basketball, basketball is something that you can play at LA Fitness with nobody watching. It's you, the basket, your moves, your defense, and things like that. So, um, and you got to look at the flip side. There's no disadvantage. It's not a home court advantage. There's no home court disadvantage. So the home court advantage is you're playing on the same court day in and day out. You don't got to travel to somebody else's arena and get used to their floor. Like when the back in the day when the Lakers used to have to go to Boston Garden and the actual court was all fucked up. Different arenas got different lighting. So the Lakers arena may be darker. The New York Knicks garden got to be darker, and then some arenas are lighter, and you got to adjust to the way that the whole look of it. You had the same court, the same lighting, the same things that you had to deal with that the opposition had to deal with. So if there was no advantages, there was no disadvantages. All
But
you had then at the end of the day was
that's the
basketball.
disadvantage, though.
So that don't make it hard. That's not an advantage to me. Now to you is different, but to me, I'm looking at it differently.
I got a
I'm
question.
looking at it like
All right,
I'm
so
looking at it like all you got is basketball.
all right, so
Let
So wrong
me
way.
hear.
If LeBron beat the Nets this year, what do we say?
Kyle,
Yeah.
You say LeBron beat the Nets,
let me ask you a question.
or the Lakers beat the Nets.
Are we putting asterisk, man, asterisk, fuck it.
Asterisks.
There you go. Are we putting asterisk on all the championships last year? Baseball, hockey, football. Ain't nobody had no fans last year. Most the baseball games was played in about what 4 stadiums for the championships or for the finals or for the playoffs and then for the World Series. So I ain't hearing nobody complaining about nobody else's rings but the Lakers.
No full seasons. You have to go through 82 game grind, city to city. You know what I mean? It was just different. If you want to say it's different, then that's nothing that can be argued because that's a fact. But everything else is subjective to whoever is looking at it. And my subjective opinion is it wasn't the hardest season. It was probably the most different season that we've had. But I think that other players have had other obstacles um, that were more difficult. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go on the road and you get fucking poisoned by the food and you still got to play the game that night. Like I said, I brought up Kobe Bryant when they played against the Kings. I think it was game. I want to say it was Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals uh, in 2002. But I don't know if it was
Hit him,
Game
get it.
6. I think he was
Hey,
fine by Game 7. But one of those games, he was poisoned. And then
hey, Big Tank. He said I can't even
what?
get a decent burger around here.
Yeah, I can't even get no food. I'm still in California. You think there's no, y'all don't love the Lakers up here in Northern California? But at the time, hell no. We got a Kings team that's been on the verge of winning the last couple of years, and y'all been in the way. And the guys that played in the bubble didn't have to deal with that. Only thing they had to deal with was you can they want to act like, well, they had to deal with the racial tension and all that kind of stuff. Hey, every year there was something going on. Uh, Craig Hodges got on the barbershop and said he asked Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson to boycott the NBA Finals one year because these things happen all the time. These things, whether we like it or not, are always a part of society as Black folks, where we gotta go into these championships and playoffs and regular seasons off of the death of some Black person or brown person in the community. So last year, I don't buy into that narrative. I understand it was different, and there were obstacles that they had to face, but I'm not buying the most difficult championship of all time just so people can elevate LeBron James's status. And that's what it was. Had he lost, they would have been like, well, you look at the way it is, and starting up and stopping, it'd have been something else. You know what
This
I mean?
this smells
If,
like this,
if
this smells like a lot of LeBron hate, man. I think
Yeah,
you
I don't
need
know.
to.
You can call it. You can call it what you want.
I think you need to go. I think you need to go. Go look in the mirror, man, and check some shit out, man. Because this don't sound like Tank, man. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
it's Tank. Come on.
Hey, hate don't sound good coming from you, big dog. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Get the head out your
it's
heart,
me,
man.
brother. It's me, brother. I've been consistent when it comes to LeBron James because the narratives that surround him, like him as a person. Like if you go look at when he played with Kobe and the guys in the 2008 Olympic team and the jokes and the fun that they had is one thing, but I've always consistently have pointed out his things about him that I feel that he lacks at, and the media gives him a pass that they don't give other players a pass. Uh, you know, making your teammates better is more than passing them the basketball. Sometimes making your teammates better is challenging them to be better versions of themselves so that they can play without you, whether you're on the court or not. The times that he's won championships, could we really say that he made those guys better? Right?
Tank.
Yeah.
Now listen. You're making it easy for me to go to sleep on your ass. All right, come
Yeah,
on,
he
man.
kind of like carried
Come on, man.
4 nags
Come
and a
on, dog.
fucking Shetland pony to the finals a few times. So
Come on,
Listen.
man.
Okay. Now listen.
you
Now
you
I was
can't
just
take
about to say
that
that.
from
Listen.
him.
Hold on.
You can't
Time out.
take
Listen to
that
what you
from
just
him.
said. Listen to what you just said versus what I just said. You didn't even speak to what I just said. You came up with the narrative that the media comes up with. What did I just say? I said the teams that he won with. Can you really say he made those guys better? I didn't say nothing about the teams he lost with. The teams that he
Yeah,
lost with. What I was about to say was the teams that he's lost with is all they talk about. What
yeah.
I'm
The
saying
teams
is the
that
teams that he's won
the
with.
teams
I
that he
understand.
won with. Let me finish. And the
Okay,
teams
go
that
ahead.
he won with, the teams that he
Carry.
won with would have been like 35, 41 teams if he wasn't there.
Let's just
Because
keep it
they
a
was
buck.
20, 30 win teams before he got there. So yeah, the teams that he won with, I don't like the guy either. I think Kobe was better than him. I think Magic Johnson's the greatest basketball player I ever seen. Over Jordan, over anybody. That's
Hey,
just
hey,
me though.
hey,
That's just
OG
me.
Did he
show.
make
Hey,
he
OG.
made Dwayne Wade better?
Yes, he did.
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
he did.
He
Yes, he
took the
Come
did.
on
pressure off
now.
of Dwayne Wade.
Come on
He
now.
took the pressure off of
Dwayne
Dwayne
Wade
Wade.
told him to
Come
take
on
over
now.
the team.
Stop it.
Dwayne
Stop
Wade
it.
didn't have to score 30 a night anymore. He could
He
go
made Ray Allen better.
21, 22. Yeah, it's better with
Oh
an
my God.
old beat up guy who's still the best player on the team can take a back seat to a younger guy, and I ain't got to score 30 a night for us to be competitive. I
You
can
gotta
score
stop this,
21
Tank.
a night and we can win.
Tank, you gotta
All
That
right,
stop
makes
this.
me
I'm done.
better.
I can't do it. Y'all saying he made Dwayne Wade better when in 2011 Dwayne Wade didn't have to. Dwayne Wade took a step back because he didn't show up.
My man. My man.
Is that a lie or is
Listen.
that false? Somebody in the
Listen.
chat tell me.
Listen. That's false because Dwayne Wade told him.
Wow, that's false.
Listen. Hold on now. Hold on now. You know how we do.
Yeah, we know he took a
Uh,
shit in 11 against Dallas. We know that. He didn't show up. He took a
but he
shit in the
also,
finals.
but
Kyle
Dwayne
just
Wade.
said that's not true.
No, I didn't. I did not say that.
You
I never
did.
said that. I did
You
not
said that's
say that.
not true. Run it back, somebody. Somebody in the
I
chat,
didn't
No.
run
say it
that back.
wasn't. I didn't say it wasn't true. What I'm saying, I said that. What I'm saying wasn't true was you saying that he didn't make Dwayne Wade better, and he made Dwayne Wade better because Dwayne Wade told you that LeBron made him better. When Dwayne Wade said, "Hey man, dude, this is your team. Fuck the bullshit. You gotta lead this team for us to win." That was after 2011. So he did
That
make him
sounds like
better.
Dwayne Wade made him better. You just
I
proved
never
my point.
said.
Before he look, Tank, before
Yo,
he
I've
got
been with the
there,
Hey,
Bryant guys.
hey,
I
Kyle just
can't.
proved my point.
I'm, hey, listen.
before
Kyle
he
said
got there,
Dwayne
Tank, hold
Wade took
on.
him to the side. Kyle just
Yeah.
said, listen to what he just said.
Yeah,
Kyle
I
just
heard him.
said Dwayne Wade had to take him to the side because he took a dump and said, you got to be the leader of the team. You got
Yeah.
to be better. And then we won two out
Yeah.
of 4
Yeah.
championships. That sounds like Dwayne Wade made him better. That's my point.
The way Wade gave him the secret sauce that he didn't have. You're right about that.
Which made him better.
Listen.
Yeah,
Because
it made
before
him
that, he
better.
had. Okay, that's
But
all I'm saying.
but let's look at the facts now. We're gonna look at straight facts. The year before he got there, they won 45 games and barely made the playoffs with that same team.
That wasn't the same team. They
The
didn't have none of the same
only
players.
additions to that team was Chris Bosh and LeBron James.
That's
The rest
false.
of them dudes was already there.
That's false.
No,
That's
because
not true.
this the rest of them dudes. Who did they get extra? Who else came
They
when
got
LeBron and Chris
Mike.
Bosh came?
Okay, let's go look at it. Who got the rosters? So we can go about left, and who can pull it up so I don't have to back all the way out. We're gonna look at the whole. They almost
Because
got
I'm
an
pretty damn
entirely
sure
different
Mike
roster.
Miller and
What year?
Posey and all them dudes was already there. I'm pretty sure that was 2011.
That's not
10,
true.
11. 10,
That's
11.
not true.
All right, let's see. I thought we
If you
talking
look
about
at the
the
roster,
The Heat
if you
team,
look
Heat
at the
roster
Heat team, if you look at the Heat team
from
in
9,
2000
10,
prior
and from
to
10,
hold
11.
on. If you look at the Heat team prior to LeBron James and Chris Bosh and D Wade coming together, it's a totally different team. Because
That's
the
9,
argument
10,
is
and 10, 11. That's what I said. 9, 10,
the argument is
and then 10,
that
11.
the
Yeah.
argument is that the teams are the same.
What year? What year Bron got there?
9, 10. 9, 10 was before
2010.
Bron got there. 10, 11 is the
LeBron
first
James
season he played
gutted
there.
the entire team, bro. LeBron James does that wherever he goes. He guts the entire team, bro, and gets the players that he wants to play with. And then when he leaves, those players are left behind to deal with the aftermath. Same thing he did with the Lakers. Same thing he did with the Cavs. Same thing he did with the Heat.
Well, we needed to be gutted. We was terrible. We was shit. And we have been shit ever since Kobe left.
Man, since he got hurt. Before he got hurt, he was carrying.
Yeah, it was terrible. We were awful. He got hurt trying to will us into the playoffs.
Facts.
Go look at that. Go look at that 2000. Go look at that Miami Heat roster that they keep trying to compare.
The
9-10, the 9-10 season.
Yeah,
That's not gonna work out.
2009 it's all new people for sure. James Jones is still there. Adonis Haslam is still there. And who else?
What about Posey?
Let's see. Michael Beasley. He was on the team both years. Quentin Richardson. Yakuba Diarra. It's a lot of the same people though. Probably
In
about
2011. In 2011.
Nah, I'm just
10,
on
11.
2009, 2010. Let's see.
No. When he says 2009, 10, he's not talking about both seasons. He's talking about the season that began in 2009 and ended in 2010.
Right.
So it's the 2010 NBA season.
Yeah, then
The 2010 NBA season and the 2011 NBA season are the seasons where between when LeBron was not there and when he got there.
All right,
That's
look,
the roster we're looking for.
I'm gonna pull it up and we can all look at it. Hold on.
Yeah. Pull it up. Let's see what
That's the way basketball works. You know what I'm saying? Basketball starts in one season and ends in another.
Let's see what the fuck we got here. Okay,
LeBron takes a team, he guts a team, he gets all the players he wants to, and if they lose, they say, well, he didn't have anybody. But then people be like, well, he picked all these players, so.
Not in Cleveland. In Cleveland, he had shit.
In Cleveland, he had shit because he wanted shit. He got the players that he wanted, and the players that wanted to go there that he wanted. He had shit, and he was over there winning 60 plus wins a season, and couldn't when it came time to get 4 wins, he couldn't get 4 wins in the postseason.
Everybody got that right there? Y'all see that?
I can see it.
What year is that? That's 2010.
Is it small?
We can't see the names.
For me, it's too small.
Yeah.
Let me see. See if I could.
It's 2010, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rayford Austin, I don't believe he was there. Chris Arroyo, I don't believe he was there. They kept Chalmers. Yakuba Diawara wasn't there, I don't believe. Jermaine O'Neal, I don't think he was there. Randolph wasn't there. Hugh Richardson wasn't there.
No, it's gone.
Now let's see. Go to 2010 now.
All right.
I'm sorry, this is 2010, go to 2011. Oh, that's 2009, bro. That wasn't even the right year. Oh no, it was. It was. I see it down there now.
Yeah, Nas is the
You
year
know you
before
can
he
do.
got
You
there.
know you can do it easier by just on the Black Basketball Reference. Once you're on the website, you can just put next season. Click the arrow for next season. And that's just to see how the roster, the overturn of the
Yeah,
roster. My point is this.
yeah,
My point is
yeah. I
this:
was.
Dwayne Wade was a great player before LeBron James. He was a great player after LeBron James. Chris Bosh was a great player already. Uh, they just used what they had, and then he was a great player after LeBron James. The only thing he had was the championships to go with him. But as far as his production as a player, he was producing as a player. In Hey, you got to turn. Somebody got to turn their stuff down or mute. It's like a lot of uh, something. But uh, uh, these guys were get. Ray Allen was a great player already. Mike Miller was a guy who was hitting threes. He was a gold medalist. He was getting loose in Memphis. Um, they weren't winning playoff games, but Mike Miller can do what Mike Miller can do already. LeBron he just got on the team where he can get the ball passed to him. That's not making a player better to me. Udonis Haslem was Udonis Haslem before he got with LeBron James. As a When they got together, are they a better team in terms of uh, can win together as a unit? Yeah, but that doesn't. To me, that's not making them better. That's all I'm saying. They were already what they were before they got there. Yeah. See, look, they got Juwan Howard, Zagrunas Elgauskas from Cleveland, and you bringing in his guys, James Jones, Mike Miller. Yeah. See, these are Carlos Arroyo was there. Okay, Mike Bibby they brought in. Eric Dampier they brought in. Yeah, see, that's not the same team. Jerry Stackhouse they brought in for veteran leadership, and I don't even know if that's the roster by the time they got to the playoffs because they have trade deadlines and they overhaul that midway through the season. But let me see. So go up to go up some. Look at where it says go down there where it says go down a little bit more where it says 2001 playoff. Go to the roster. Go down. Go down. No, down. Where it said the playoff stuff, and click on where it says series stats for the Mavericks. So that's in the playoffs. Go up. Go up. Where's it at? Where's it at? No, go up. Go up to where it's talking about this. Or did you already do it? Go out to the top of the page where it says the playoff series, and click right there. You see where it says 2011 playoffs? Yeah, where it says series stats for the Mavericks. Click on series stats. Series stats. Series stats. Yeah, click that right there, and then this will give us the roster by the time they was in the playoffs. When we look at the all right, go down to the actual game. So you pick any of those games. If you pick if you click on final of any of those games, it's like game one, you look at final. If you go to final, or you can do like that. Shit, never mind. And then you can look at all the there go the rosters right there. See, so some of those guys that we saw earlier, here go to the 10 men that got the 10 out of the 12 men who got to play for the most part. So that's the roster. So that's not even see they got Eddie House. So they got Chris Arroyo out of there. See, that's what I'm saying. So those guys, even at the beginning of the season, weren't even on the team by the time they was in the playoffs. Eddie House had already won a championship with the Celtics in '08, so he was already Eddie House. He didn't get made better by playing with LeBron James. That's my only point. The time the game the times he won the championship, he didn't make those guys better. They just came together with their individual talents and they meshed together well as a team. Once all those different players was able to bring to the table what they brought. To me, make it if you make a player better, that's like what Kobe Bryant did for Sasa Vujacic, Jordan Farmar, DJ Mbanga, Josh Powell, Luke Walton. He made those guys better than they were because they wasn't really top notch players before they got with Kobe. Trevor Ariza, Kobe Bryant made Trevor Ariza better.
I'll give you that.
Lamar Odom was made better.
Them other guys were shit before when they got there and they left.
That's what I'm saying.
Trevor Ariza, he made better.
Trevor Ariza didn't even have a home before he got to play with Kobe Bryant. Lamar Odom just did
made Trevor Ariza better. The rest of those dudes were shit when he was there and shit after. They were just
but he made them better. That's what I'm saying. It don't matter if they were shit or not. He made them.
The same argument I'm making. He carried them. Those dudes shit.
Let me give you an example. Of what I'm saying though.
Example.
Give me an example of what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay, because it's hard for me to hear because it got the Hubble space jam sound in my ear. Let me turn my ear thing down. In my ear. All right. So, for example, Pau Gasol, he never won a playoff game before he got with Kobe Bryant. He was 0-12 in the playoffs. He got with Kobe Bryant, and then all of a sudden, Kobe Bryant is able to utilize his skill set to transition into winning basketball, particularly in the postseason. Because prior to that, when Pau Gasol had Mike Miller, Shane Battier, and all these other guys who are dope players, he would get seasons where they win 50 games. But again, when it came time in the postseason, they couldn't win one game. Kobe Bryant took Pau Gasol and he implored him, like, listen, you got to be able to rebound. You got to be able to play this kind of a game in this kind of a moment if you want to win in this league. And he elevated Pau Gasol as a player and made him better as a player as a result of that. Luke Walton, people were saying he wasn't nothing prior to playing with Kobe Bryant, and even when he moved on from playing with Kobe Bryant, he wasn't nothing. But when you watch him play in like the 2008, 2009 seasons, and you look at the mental toughness that Kobe Bryant put on them because of what they went through in 2006 and 2007 against Phoenix Suns, he's a better version of himself. I'm not saying that he can go on another team and have a role somewhere. I'm saying they're better versions of themselves. When you see Sasa Vujacic and Kobe Bryant when they play together, they was called Sasa Vujacic got his nickname the Machine because Phil Jackson said that in practice he would hit shots like a machine, but then when the lights came on, he couldn't make a shot when the game time was on. He didn't have the toughness. He didn't have the mental toughness or the physical toughness. Kobe Bryant in practices, he started putting that mental toughness and physical toughness on him. And you got footage of him elbowing him in the chest, talking shit to him, pressing him in practice, and made him perform when the lights came on. All the way up into the point to where it don't matter if you're getting playing time or not. You got to perform when it's your time to get on the court. So you go to fast forward to the 2010 NBA Finals Game 7. Sasa Vujacic didn't even have a role really in that Game 7 game. But at the end of the game, when it came time to put him in the game to make free throws, he knocked both of those clutch free throws down because Kobe Bryant made him a better version of himself off the court in practice. That's what I'm saying. These are the things that make you better. That's what I mean. Josh Powell, Jordan Farmar. Yes, he carried these guys, but when it came their time to do what they needed to do, they was able to do it because Kobe Bryant gave them the confidence in doing it because he made them better players. That's what I'm saying. I'm not denying that he didn't carry the guys because he had to carry them because of what they were. But when he needed them to do what they needed to do at the time, he made them better players. He made them better versions of themselves. Is what I'm saying. Not like they can go on another team and do like what Trevor Ariza did and carve out his own name for him. Does that make sense now?
Yeah, I get that. No, I had to mute on. I'm sorry. I get that, but I'm saying you gonna tell me the same thing didn't happen in Miami?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the same thing that happened in Miami because those players already have proven themselves to be great in their own right. Mike Miller was Mike Miller in the 2008 Olympics. Ray Allen was Ray Allen in his whole career. James Posey was James Posey in the 2008 NBA Finals.
I'll give you that. Posey,
That's what I'm saying. Josh Powell. You never heard of guys like Josh Powell, PJ Mbanga, and these guys that Kobe Bryant won with. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I give you that.
Ronnie Turioff.
But here's my question: what had Mike Miller and Chris Bosh and Chalmers and all these dudes won before we got there? What had they won? Because you just said Mike Miller.
That was my point. Is that there's a difference between bringing different things to pieces together to win, and them being better than they were before. You see, those are different things because to win you have to have things like team chemistry, continuity, buy into certain coaching schemes. That's different from the player being a better version of themselves.
I can kind of see what you're saying, but I mean, Jordan did that. Jordan made those dudes better.
That's what I'm saying. But better versions of themselves, right?
Jordan.
You see what I'm saying? There's difference between the team continuity, chemistry, and buying into coaching and what's the word that they use often? The culture, right? That's different from being from someone saying, "Hey, you can do this better than you're doing it now, and we're gonna work on it until you get better." Lamar Odom was like, I was able to do all these fancy things with my handles. I was scoring. I was the big shit coming out of St. John's. You know, I was the man in the Clippers. But then as time went on, people were still calling me inconsistent. People were still calling me underachiever. People were still saying that I should do this and I should do that. When I got with Kobe Bryant was like, fuck all of them. This is how you're going to play. This is what you need to do.
Who is this?
Lamar Odom.
Oh,
Lamar
yeah.
Odom.
Yeah.
And he said he got with Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant changed his mentality. And he was like, fuck, okay, I got to work like that. I'm going to give you another example. When Kobe Bryant went to the 2008 Olympic team, he made LeBron James and them better.
Yeah, he did.
They looked at him and was like, God, I got a homeboy, right? When I had a homeboy, was like, at this time he was like a LeBron. He was like, he didn't know it was LeBron or Kobe back in 2008. And I'm my bad if I'm yelling. It's just that I'm talking loud because I got a lot of feedback in my ear. So he was like, I don't know if it was LeBron or Kobe. And I was like, look, Kobe Bryant is just different, bro. Watch how Kobe Bryant is when he gets around these guys in the Olympic team, and watch how they gravitate towards him. And what happened? They gravitated towards him. They were even LeBron James was like, damn, bro. And they had the interview with him and Kobe, and he was like, man, I see it. The pump fake, the reverse spin, the fake, the fade away, the one dribble pull up, the two dribble pull up. Yeah, I'm studying that shit. And LeBron James does Kobe Bryant's moves right now to this day, almost to the T. And they never talk about it because it's a funner topic to make fun of Kobe Bryant stealing Jordan's moves. They never show you the moves that LeBron James took from Kobe Bryant, that Kobe Bryant took from the players before him. But Kobe Bryant made those guys better. But he didn't make them better. Like LeBron said, he said he has some things about him. It's the way he leads is different. LeBron James is gonna joke with you. You see, I could argue that LeBron James teams that he had in the Eastern Conference with the Cleveland Cavaliers that he was losing to, I can argue that he could have won with them if he had made them more mentally tough and prepared for playoff basketball. But what he was doing through the regular season, he would do the fake it. We're gonna do our own little. We got our own little individual handshakes. We're gonna take pictures and air pictures and fake photographs and pose and pose and pose like like me and the homies doing shit at that time. But then when it came time in the playoffs, when that shit needed to go out the window, he tried to implore those guys to take it serious. He tried, well, I need y'all to step up, take it serious. And they like, man, LeBron, you were just taking pictures with us. What about our handshakes? You see, buying everybody the same suit don't make you a better team. That's all I'm saying. LeBron James has the qualities that I give him credit for, which is being the phenomenal game changer. He gets on the court, it's just different, bro. It's different. The impact that he has is different. But the impact on winning basketball, as they say, is different. That's why they always point out the right basketball play. They be like, well, he made the right basketball play. And see, I'm not gonna say hide behind that. I'm gonna say he can always rest on the fact that he knows he made the correct basketball play. But when it comes to the elite and great players, when they looking at it, they're like, yeah, there's a difference between the right basketball play and the winning basketball play, right? For when Magic Johnson hit the sky hook in that game 4, I believe it was, in 1987 against the Boston Celtics, when he hit the junior sky hook or the running baby sky hook, that was against 3 players. There was 3 defenders on him at that time when he hit that shot. The player that was under the basket that was wide open is the leading scorer in NBA history. The right play would have been to dump the ball off to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar for an easy dunk. It's the same 2 points that you was going to get from your hook shot. But Magic Johnson was like, man, fuck all of that. I need to make the winning play right here and right now. I'm not saying the winning play is always to shoot the ball. I'm just saying, I just want to make that as an example.
No. What you're saying is correct. Sometimes you just have to look, if we gonna win this motherfucker, I'm gonna win it. If we gonna lose it, I'm gonna lose it.
Right, but sometimes the winning play is to pass the ball. Like, for example, remember when I forgot, I think it was game 4 to decide, game 3 or 4 against Portland in 2001 playoffs. I think it was still only 3 games in the first round, if I'm not mistaken. Remember, because the first round used to be a 5-game series before they changed it, and to get a sweep, you only had to win 3 in a row. I remember Kobe Bryant drove to the basket on the right side of the court, and then dumped it off to Robert Horry in the corner for the game-winning shot. That's the winning play. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes the winning play is for you to take the shot. It just depends on on the moment, and you let the great player make the field. In the 2010 NBA Finals, the winning play was to get the ball to Ron Artest with a minute left. So, like, to your point, sometimes it's not always scoring, sometimes it's not always passing, sometimes it's up to the player to get the feel for it as they go along. But LeBron James, more often than not, when he makes those plays, they say, well, it was the right basketball play. You can't blame him. He's supposed to kick it when he's double teamed. But we have history that shows us that other great players that are graded on the same level as LeBron James, they weren't given the benefit of that doubt. That's all I'm saying. I'm muting my mic because I know you want to get in on there, bro, and I don't want to talk over you.
No. That's always been my issue with LeBron James. I think he don't. I personally don't think he likes pressure. I think he'd rather pass than shoot when he needs to shoot. In certain games, you can look at the game and you can see put Kobe in that situation, or Jordan or Magic Johnson. No, they're not going to allow their team to lose this game.
Whatever it takes, huh?
You're not going to allow them to lose. We will not lose this game. If I got to shoot every shot for the next 4 minutes, we're not going to lose this game. You see what I'm saying? And LeBron don't have that in him. He never has had it.
Or if I got to pass every time, you know what I mean? It's like a
whatever
thing
I
where
gotta do, we gonna win this game. Like the game, like the J.R. Smith game. That wasn't his fault. LeBron should have shot the fucking ball. He went to the free throw line and hit the free throws. He should have went to the hole, got fouled, and went to the line instead of passing the ball. Kobe wouldn't have passed the ball. You wasn't gonna touch the ball. Once I get it, you're not touching it. I'm taking the shot.
Or I'll give it to you, right? Or I'll give it back to you if I decide that's what needs to happen.
But you're not doing anything. I'm not passing because we down 1. I'm going to the hole. Either I'm gonna get the bucket or I'm going to the line. But you're not touching this basketball. So you forget about that. Just get a fucking rebound, but you're not getting it. And you know that coming out of the huddle. You already knew that. That's what I'm saying. And that's the difference.
And on top of that, you have where the game was lost was not there. That's when the game went into overtime. The game was lost because your teammates saw you lose composure when you went to the bench after that. So when you stop believing in your teammates, they're gonna stop believing that. If you look like you now you're in a position where y'all can't win, they're gonna think that they can't win. That's what I saw.
I would have told him why. If I was J.R. Smith, I would have told him why the fuck didn't you shoot the ball?
No, I would have told him let's get it. Now, see, that's where we different. Me, I would have said if I was J.R. Smith, I was like, don't worry about it, champ. We're gonna get him back in this overtime. We got 5 minutes to make it right. We got 5 minutes to correct the problem because we've seen that. We've seen players and plays get fucked up at the end of regulation, go overtime, and then they say, I forgot there's a phrase though. The same people who they go from being the scapegoat to the winner or something like that. You know what I mean?
The hero to the goat. You can either be the hero or the goat.
They go from being the goat to the hero. You know what I'm saying? At first, you know what I'm saying? We got into overtime because I made a bonehead play, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna make the play to win it. Like when you watch I want to say Game 6 of the 2010 Western Conference Finals, where Ron Artest hits that game-winning putback after Kobe Bryant missed the shot at the end of the game. You know what I mean? It was Game 6 or Game 5. I want to say no, it might have been Game 5 because I think they ended it in 6. But they was on the road, and Kobe Bryant had to throw up some bull crap from the corner, and then Ron Artest got the rebound and put it back. You know what I mean? And remember, this was a postseason where people were yelling at Ron Artest, "Don't shoot the ball, don't take shots," because he was having a problem adjusting to playing basketball in LA.
Right.
He was dope. He was dope in Houston. He was dope in Indiana. He was dope in Sacramento. But for some reason, we all know that going and play for the Lakers is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, he couldn't hit the side of a bar.
He couldn't hit the right, and then so that helped him out. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm saying. Like LeBron is a great player. He's an all-time great player. My only issue is that the narratives that surround him from people who should know better is the only issue I have. And the more he wins, the worse that's going to get. So if they feel that he's already rivaling Michael Jordan, and some people have him even better than Michael Jordan,
some people have him
the best. Some people have the best athlete of all time. Then for my stance is I don't want him to win another game. I don't want him to do nothing else because you already got him. You already got him as a top. So why does he need to do anything else?
Well, you can't fucking listen to that crazy talk. I mean, anybody who says LeBron is better than Jordan is mental. It's something wrong.
Yeah,
with
but
you.
these are coming
you
from
just don't know shit about basketball.
These are coming from the all-time. These are Isaiah Thomas is saying this. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't know what's wrong with Zeke. Yeah,
but he's not the only one. I just use his name as an example. He's not the only one.
He's saying that shit on like NBA TV or something, right? On one of them channels.
Yeah, but he's not the only one. Is my point. There's
multiple.
Yeah, I know.
All the motherfuckers that work for NBA TV gonna push the narrative. I got you. I believe
but it's not only them. It's other people tweeting it who don't have no TV shows. There's a lot of players, past and present, who feel like this guy is better than Magic Johnson, better than Kobe Bryant, better than Shaquille O'Neal, and a list of other guys out there. And I'm not saying that he's not better than all of them.
You heard Dr. J. They was all over Dr. J last week. Because he left him off his top 5.
Dr. J, and that's not the first time. You know what I'm saying? Dr. J Ben left him off years ago when he was like, he said Jordan wasn't even in his top 5 on his list. Jordan was on his second team.
And I like Dr. J's answer. That's my list.
It's my
I don't
list.
give a
That's
damn
why
what you
I do the
talking
same
about. It's
thing.
my list.
You have your list. I got my list. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And on my list and my criteria, I'm looking at. I don't look at that last season as
Yeah.
being the most difficult season. I don't. I think it's more difficult when Jordan got food poisoning, when Kobe Bryant got food poisoning, or when the Lakers had to go to the Boston Garden and they turned the heat up when the players was already damn exhausted, or when they had that bumpy ass floor and you got to go play on the old Boston Garden floor and the ball bounced different places on, and the Celtics knew it, so they'll trap you on that side of the court where they knew the ball will bounce funny and you'll turn over the ball. I think that's more difficult. That's just me.
I think it's more difficult when you actually have to play defense in the NBA.
Exactly.
I
I
don't
don't know how we
fucking
got way off. We got way off
yeah,
talking
we got
about
way
movies
off
and
the
shit on,
subject.
on Movie
Yeah,
Monday, but I just had to
yeah,
disagree with the notion that LeBron James is this and that because my brother Deuce Times, he know how to set me off, man. He started talking about this basketball and these Lakers. He do that shit to me all the time.
yeah.
He said what I think about the Lakers, knowing damn well. Hey, look, I love LeBron James for what he is, but I'm not gonna let people tell me what he isn't. What I know he isn't. That's my only thing.
Yeah, he's
I love
not.
LeBron James for what he is, but I'm not gonna let people tell me what I know he
Yeah,
isn't.
he's not. I don't see LeBron as a top 5 all time player. It's a lot of guys ahead of him in my book. But
Yeah, in my book too.
I don't take away from the fact that
He
he
top 10
carried the
though.
motherfuckers to them championships. I mean to the finals, not championships. But he carried the
Yeah,
motherfuckers to the finals 8 straight time. You
and
know
teams
that
that had
that
no business being there, right?
yeah that'll never be matched or equaled. I don't think because them motherfuckers had no business being there. Them dudes was terrible. I mean, some of them teams, I was like, damn, how the fuck did he beat everybody? The East must be shit if this
And it
is the
was.
team that made it.
You go look at
Because
them first
these
rounds.
dudes, yeah, I mean, god damn, these dudes are awful. How the fuck did they get here?
You
They
like,
had
man,
no chance of winning, and he knew that.
you
He
playing
knew they
you
wasn't
playing
gonna
against
win.
teams in the first round. If you get a chance to play it against the teams in the first round that's under 500, and then in the West they playing against teams in the first round with almost 50 wins. That's different.
Yeah,
It's a different level.
it's
You know what I
just a
mean? So when
trip,
he
man.
when
How
he
they
came over
punked
here and
this
did it in
dude
the
up.
West,
Yeah,
and we still haven't been able to see it because this season has been the offshoot of the bubblegum season as well.
yeah. This
And
COVID done fucked everything up.
COVID fucked everything up. But I'm glad the Lakers got a championship. Uh, I'm glad the players that I named, like I really fuck with Rondo. I really fuck with his mentality. He's an old school type of a player. Um, uh, JaVale McGee, I felt like he was getting unfairly. No, I wouldn't say unfairly because he made some bonehead stuff, but we ain't got to point out all that kind of shit all the time. But now that I think he's a 2 or 3 time champion, um,
3.
3 time champion, right?
Yeah, he got 2
Then you
with
got
Golden State, I think.
and now that Anthony Davis got his championship, I
Yeah,
can say, well, you already got y'all rings. I don't need y'all to get too much more. You know what I'm saying? Now we're Bron there because the damn president uh, and and um, and one of the owners of the team and Jeannie Buss, who knows better, is sidelining Shaq for you, and you've been there for a cup of coffee.
yeah. She's just pushing the narrative. In my opinion, I think that's an NBA narrative being pushed. Is what I think. I think that shit's coming from the league office.
All right, well, get it. Go do it. Go do it somewhere else. Get off my favorite team with
Yeah, I
that
think
narrative
that's coming from the
because
league office because I would never think that Jeannie Buss would make an asshole bonehead statement like that, but I guess I was
right.
wrong.
And then you see Shaq had to get at her, and then she tried to change her tune and was like, "Well, no, I'm just saying that, man. Ain't nobody worried. You can't clean it up now." Shaq played 8 years with the Lakers. When the Lakers uh, hadn't been to the NBA finals in how long?
Shit, by the
So they
time they
had
got
they
there
hadn't
in
won.
2000 and 99, they hadn't been there in 10 years, 11 years.
Come on,
They hadn't been there since 90.
they had been there since '91.
Yeah,
Exactly. So the 1991, the 1990-91 season, exactly.
yeah, they hadn't
You
been
know
there
what I'm
since
saying?
90.
And when
And
Magic
he got
Johnson
them
was
there
there, Magic Johnson played 12 seasons and was in NBA Finals 9 times.
9
You want to
times.
talk?
Yeah.
You want to talk about some amazing feat? That's something that LeBron James and nobody else is going to touch. That's some old That's some. You got to go back in the day to shoot, Bill Russell.
Boston.
You know what I
They
mean?
go to Boston.
Era.
You go back to
Yeah,
Boston.
you got to
You got to
go some
look at
stuff
the
like
fact
that.
that people don't realize that in the 80s, right? There was only 2 teams in the finals for the whole decade. Either the Lakers was there or the Celtics was there for the whole entire fucking decade.
Or the 76ers was there, I think. No, the 76ers and Houston went.
Yeah,
The 76ers went 80 and 80,
the 76ers
1980,
went in 80, and they
1983.
went back in 83 and they won it.
Yeah, they in 80. I'm sorry.
They won it in
80,
83,
82.
and they went in
I
80.
think it was 82 also, right? 1980, 1982, and 1983.
Yeah, they went 3 times.
And then the Houston Rockets went for the West in 1986.
86 when they beat the Lakers.
And the
That was it.
Detroit Pistons went in 89.
89, 90. Yeah, they won 89 and they won in 90. Yeah. The Lakers was there or the Celtics was there. They dominated the whole decade.
Right. Hey, we got damn, that's not bad for some old motherfuckers that remember that shit.
Yeah,
I had to go to
dominated,
the mental Rolodex. I was like, hold on. I know the
yeah, because
Lakers
fucking
got their first 2 against Philadelphia.
Yeah, we can't forget about Moses Malone. He's told them 4-4-4. Motherfucker, everybody leaving.
Yeah, that's what we said, JB. We said the Pistons in 1989.
Yeah,
but I don't think they got there before 1989 because in 81 it was the Celtics.
They couldn't beat the Celtics.
And 85 it was the Celtics. And 86 it was the Celtics. 87 was the Celtics.
88, 89 was the Lakers.
Was the Celtics, and 89 was the Pistons in the East.
Yeah.
The Celtics had a fucking run.
Celtics was bad. Celtics was they were a decent fucking team, man. Celtics play. That front line was vicious.
But you know what they couldn't do? They never was able to defend their championship. Just like
they could never
Tim
defend
Duncan.
it, no.
Yep.
Because here we came.
Tim Duncan and Larry Bird. That's why I say they was a championship defense away from becoming a dynasty. Both of them. I say that they had all-time great runs. I never considered them a dynasty because for me, a dynasty is a team that wins at least 3 championships.
Yeah.
I think a dynasty is a team that wins at least 3 championships and successfully defends a championship at least one time.
Yeah.
Because now that starts to separate you.
You got to at least repeat.
You got to at least go back to back in one of those. But win a third. So that's why I don't even have. I think the Pistons barely missed being a dynasty. They did the back to back, but they only had.
Yeah, but they lost the third time.
Yeah, if they would have won one more championship, I'd put them in there too. Because you have to have something that separates the elites from the other elites, right?
Yeah, because they lost to the Lakers the first time, and then they went back to back after that.
Exactly. We could do a basketball fucking show if we wanted to, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, look, niggas ain't just boxing and movies and shit. Put up H money. My bad.
Yeah, it's just fucking different, man.
Only legendary teams 3-peat. Nah, it's more than that.
It's different. That's why somebody was asking me that tonight. Like, man, you watch the NBA? I said, yeah, once the play-in tournament starts, I'll watch it, but not until. I just can't watch this shit that they got on the court right now. I just can't watch it, man.
It's hard.
They don't play no defense. I just can't watch it.
No big man on the court for the most part. You know what I'm saying? From any given game, you watch 5 different guys. They all look like they're the same size. Hey, look, JB, Jason Brown. You said only legendary teams 3-peat. There, nobody 3-peats. That's what I'm saying. That's why we said repeat. You know what I'm saying? SB made a good. I mean, he said repeat. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to at least repeat.
You got to at least repeat because 3-peat is too hard. You think
3-peats only happened like 3 times, except for the Boston Celtics and their magical run when there was only 8 teams. But 3-peats only happened with the Lakers and the Bulls.
The George Mikan Lakers, the Wilt Chamberlain Bulls. I mean, the Wilt Chamberlain Bulls. The Bill Russell Celtics, the Michael Jordan Bulls, and the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
That's the only
All
time you
these
had three
teams
in a
that
row.
they say is great. Oh my God, LeBron and Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh are gonna win all the championships. They won 2 out of 4. They didn't go three-peat. Oh my
No.
God, KD and Steph Curry and Draymond and Klay Thompson, they got all the players. Nobody's going to be able to beat them. They didn't win 3 championships together. With Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and KD, they won 2 championships together.
Right.
Oh my God, the Nets. Oh my God, the Nets are stacking the deck. They ain't won shit. We don't know what they done stacked. They haven't won yet. They haven't done shit. And the players that they got, you got to look at it. Blake Griffin, he been in and out of. He been on. This is his third different team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
He's been in and out of the injury reserve list. We don't even
They
know how
hurt.
his knee's going to hold up. He's not the same player. And then when he was at the top of his game, I don't believe he's ever made a conference finals appearance.
Nope. Nope. Never.
So saying that they added Blake Griffin, I'm like, stop crying. You look at LaMarcus Aldridge. Did he play in the conference or NBA finals yet? And he had to
No.
retire for health reasons. So I think James Harden. Didn't y'all just got through saying that James Harden was overrated and he can't play? He don't play well in the playoffs. So why was people crying when they got James Harden? It's just like they don't want players to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let's see them win and then start crying.
But James
Let
Harden ain't
them
never
win.
been shit in the playoffs. He
Right,
always
but they
takes a shit.
crying when he go over there with Kyrie and KD.
Yeah, he hurt. Is he back yet? Is he still hurt?
Yeah, he's on his way back. That's what they say. But even when he's on his way back, we don't know what we're going to get from him in the playoffs. We don't know how his injury is going to go. We don't even know how this team looks as in terms of their chemistry because for the majority of the season they haven't even played together to see what their chemistry is like.
We know what we put this way. We know what we usually get from Harden in the playoffs. So we got to see if this is going to be any different. We usually get nothing.
What I'm saying is like the argument is that this team is loaded, right? But we don't know what they look like in terms of their chemistry because we haven't got the chance to see them play together enough.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, Tank. The Warriors was a dynasty. The Warriors was a dynasty. I didn't say the Warriors wasn't a dynasty. What are you talking about? I never said the Warriors wasn't a dynasty. The Warriors got 3 championships in 4 years, and they defended it once. That's a dynasty. That's my criteria. They went back to back. Yes. Did they get 3 championships? Yes. Steph Curry. Last time I checked, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson got 3 rings, and Draymond Green.
Yeah.
So they got 3. The only person that got 2 was KD. Out of their core players. So I never said it wasn't a dynasty. What I'm saying is that people was acting like they was going to run off 4 or 5. They was going to do something that we've never seen before in NBA history.
No.
They won 3 championships, and two of them was they went back to back once. That's not something that the Lakers didn't do with Shaq and Kobe. They won 3 in a row. I think that was a more dominant run as one unit than what the Warriors did. I think people was crying prematurely. That's all I'm saying. Stop crying.
And let's be honest, Tank. Let's be honest here. The Golden State Warriors are a beneficiary of those rule changes too.
Right. And the rule changes came because LeBron James lost in the 2011 NBA Finals. That's my stance on that.
Helped them tremendously. Because if they was in a league where you actually had to play defense, or you could actually foul somebody, they would not look the same.
after the 2011 playoffs, facts. No, I'm saying I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying facts, but to build on what you're saying, after that 2011 season, that's when everything opened up because the way the Mavericks one was on jump shooting, right?
Exactly.
The last time it was real physical was in that 2011 playoffs when Andrew Bynum checked JJ Barea coming to the paint, which was an old school basketball play. Get your ass out of here, little nigga. What the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
This ain't for you, homeboy.
Right.
That's how it used to be. You bring your little ass in there, y'all already up by 80 points. The fuck you doing coming here with this teardrop shit? Nah, get some of this floor. You hear Shaquille O'Neal talking about all the time. Oh, they have to touch him up. You got to touch him up. You got to touch him up when he comes to the lane. I always say, it's funny how when Andrew Bynum did that, it was there's no place for that in basketball. That's disgusting. He needs to be suspended, and he got suspended the next year. But it's funny that they did that. But in the NBA Finals that same year, they running promos of Kurt Rambis getting clothesline in the NBA Finals.
Here's what's funny
The
to
good
me.
old days of basketball.
Here's what's funny to me, right? They always hear him sucking Pat Riley's dick one way or the other, correct?
Since those boxing is in here.
They always sucking Pat Riley's dick one way or another, aren't they?
Who that?
Pat Riley. They always sucking his dick in one form or the other, right? I was talking about the great Pat Riley, right? What was Pat Riley's rule in New York? You remember?
My thing died. My bad. I can hear you now.
Yeah. I said they always sucking Pat Riley's dick, right? Correct?
Okay.
Telling you how great Pat Riley is. That Pat Riley.
Yeah.
What was his rule in New York? You remember?
All the Lakers.
Huh?
Anybody that came from the Lakers, all the Lakers get love. Anybody that come from that old Lakers team, the Lakers pretty much are the NBA still. So they all get love.
No, I'm saying, but I'm saying they talk about all this. There's no place in basketball for this, so there's no place in basketball for that. That should be a flagrant foul. What was Pat Riley's rule in New York? I'm asking. You remember?
Hell yeah! When he had the Knicks.
Yeah, no layups.
Exactly.
No layups. So how all of a sudden, that's what kills me. How all of a sudden there's no place for that in basketball when that was the rule?
So
no layups.
What was the thing you said? No who?
No layups.
No layups. Remember the no layup rule?
No layups.
Oh yeah.
No layups. Yeah. You came into the hole, you got smashed. You better develop a jumper. You better get a jump shot. Why you think Michael Jordan developed a jumper? He had to.
Well, you know, that was a Eastern. The teams in the East, that's the way they played already before Pat came over to that side. And the West was more of a running
the
gun,
Lakers played like that.
I was gonna say that was the era. I think
the Lakers played like that. In the 80s? Oh yeah, you came to the hole, you was gonna get fucked up.
Yep.
I don't remember the Lakers being that physical like the Detroit Pistons and the
it wasn't like
Celtics
them.
were doing.
It wasn't like them.
Celtics in Detroit, they was.
Oh shit, Santos, Coop would touch you up. Rambis would touch you up.
Santos, all them cats.
I guess because I didn't watch this, but I guess that's
Rambis. That was these guys' job. You go in there and
yeah, I remember Rambis.
Cooper gonna touch you up. Rambis gonna touch you up.
The reason,
and you gonna stay. Yeah, and you gonna stay far away from Kareem with them elbows, because Kareem gonna clock you.
And Kareem, hey, y'all remember Kareem would punch your ass, nigga.
Yeah.
Kareem knew kung fu, so he knew how to maneuver.
He come down that rebound. He got the elbows out. You can come in there.
AC Green. But the reason that you don't hear about it with the Lakers is because there's other things to talk about with them. They're known for for changing the entire sport. They took what baseball had they took what football had with cheerleaders and shit and put that in basketball. They took that half court shit and they was like, we're gonna push a fast paced, fan friendly, TV friendly style of basketball. So they became known for that. You know what I mean? Up and down, fast paced. The other teams in the East that are around the league who didn't play like that, they had all they had to lean on was that physical play. So that's what got highlighted. But you can definitely look at that whole era and be like, that's the way they played. Now the Celtics played even I think it was Michael Cooper. He one time he was trying to explain. He was like, yeah. Y'all say that the bad boys was all dirty, but they wasn't no more dirty than Celtics. You know what I'm saying? We feel that the Celtics was more dirty than that.
The bad boys learned it from the Celtics.
Exactly. That's the way they played.
That's why they changed how they.
That's what I was just going to say, Santos. The bad boys learned it from Boston. They had to, because Boston was beating their ass up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying a minute ago too.
Y'all remember when Rodney used to be all over motherfuckers? 2 or 3 times in one play, y'all fall on the ground, he's still on top of you and shit?
I remember I was kind of being up in the paint and all that. And then
Yeah, that nigga
at first,
Robin to
hey, we
fall on
got to
your
play
ass in
like
the
them.
stands. Wherever you was at,
And
Robin
Liberia
falling
said,
on
hey,
you.
we got to play like Boston. We got to be dirty. We got to rough them up when they come in that paint. So they finally put the clamps on Boston. They kept the clamps on the Bulls for a while. Then the Bulls went to the gym and got some strength and got some attitude and got a little rough. They were able to start matching their play.
Yeah,
And so the Bulls didn't try to necessarily rough you up every time you come to the paint, but what they increased in their game is when they went to the paint, they weren't afraid anymore. They expected all that. And they went in to give it back just as much as they were getting, That's what put them above. And man, hey, you had to have a tough defense in order to win a championship back then.
yeah,
You couldn't win just on softness.
I can't see what they'll do if LeBron James get a fifth ring. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, you know what? Especially if it's with the Lakers, they're gonna lose their minds in the NBA. Talking about basketball, and that's just one thing. I'm like, man, he's already the GOAT in people's minds when he had 3 rings. Actually, they were saying he was the best of all time before he got 1 ring. If y'all remember back that far, the only thing as soon as he got 1 ring, they was like, yep, see, that's all he needed to do. He got a ring. That was only. It's not all about championships, people. Now LeBron got a ring. What are you guys gonna say? They do that kind of stuff. They don't. These stats. All respects to the guys who play in the eras that they play in. You can only play when in the era that you're in. I'm not taking that away from nobody, or I'm not ignoring that fact. But certain eras comes certain level of competition. If you coming into the NBA during the bubblegum era right now, where they're playing in these bubbles, then it's going to be different than the guys who had to play in another era. That's just a fact. If you're playing in an era where what I'm saying, the power forward, small forward, and some centers can be all interchangeable, and you can rotate, and you don't know who's the center, who's the power forward, and who's the small forward. Then that's what it is. But there's an era where you knew who the big men were, and who the small men were, and that's the reality. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. All these guys, they chucking up 10, 13 3-pointers in one game. That's just the way the game is now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you had to do more than just a pick and roll offense, those kind of things are that stuff matters to me. You know what I mean? I could tell the difference between the eras. I'm not hating on the era. I'm just saying that that's what it is. That you know what I mean? It's just a fact. We're not gonna hide from the facts. And for LeBron James to be dominant in an era where the rules are soft, and you're dominating the era, and you're probably the most physically imposing player in that era. I'm like, well, how come you not doing what Russell Westbrook is doing, averaging triple doubles and triple doubles? Because they talk about you like you can do it, but at the same time, like you look at like an assist. Do y'all know that an assist when Magic Johnson played is not the same thing as an assist right now? You know what I'm saying? An assist now is after I pass you the ball, you get 2 dribbles to shoot, and then you shoot the ball, and that's still an assist. That's not what that wasn't an assist when Magic Johnson played. He would have way more assists. Right, pass and shoot. Then they changed the pass one dribble and shoot.
You know what? That's what I'm glad you said that, man, because I've been wondering about that for a few years now. When did they change that?
These stats are inflated now.
Yeah.
Sometime in the 2000s, but
a guy can put the ball on the floor now and it still be called an assist. I don't understand that. I thought it was pass and shoot. That's what I was always taught.
Yeah, pass, shoot, pass one, dribble, shoot. Now it's pass 2 dribbles and shoot. You get two dribbles and then and shoot the ball, and that's still an assist.
Yeah.
So these rules have changed, and so when they look at certain stats, and they be like, "This guy's gonna have all this. We've never seen a guy have these assists. We've never seen a guy have these triple doubles." You have to take into consideration that eras matter. At one particular era, they didn't have shot clocks. At one particular era, like they were like, nobody in NBA history has led their teams in blocks, rebounds, assists. Well, they didn't used to track blocks when Wilt Chamberlain played and Bill Russell played. You gotta keep that in mind when we talk about basketball when things change. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, same thing with boxing. They used to go 15 rounds. You got to keep that in mind. They used to fight. You want to talk about resumes? You go through some of these guys' fights who've got 100 and something knockouts and 200 wins, and you start nitpicking and see who they fought. You're gonna start rewriting history books. I think it's big of Floyd Mayweather when he doesn't go that route because he can easily start looking at me like, look at who these guys fought. These Sugar Ray Robinsons and all these guys who fought the same guy 39 times and the same guy, or
You know what?
or started fighting guys that just wanted to come out there and get a paycheck, but they weren't Olympically trained or came up boxing.
Well,
And
Floyd said
I
something
use that
about
as a
that
name,
now.
huh?
Floyd does say something about that sometimes. The way he does it, he said, I don't care how many fights they had. He said, no champion has fought more champions than I
That's
have.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what
That's
what he
me taking
alluded
the
to.
high road. That's to me he takes the high road in that because he can really go in if he wanted to. He can say, let's go put the record up and let's look at the records and let's go name for name the same way y'all do me. Let's do y'all favorite fighters of all time.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah, but
really do
see,
that.
let me counterpunch that right quick. You can't give Floyd that one because it's a different era when you got guys fighting 3 times in a month,
Yeah. They
14
fought more
times
often.
in a year. So it's a totally different era. You know what I'm saying? You fighting welterweights with 6 ounce gloves. All that matters. Since you want to look at everything, all that shit matters. So Floyd loses that argument.
I don't think he loses the argument. I think that it's just another layer. He
Yeah,
don't lose
you
the
can't
argument because you
compare.
look at because this is why he don't lose the argument because people keep telling him you didn't fight nobody. They don't say you didn't fight nobody in a period of time. They be like they be like they be like Mike Tyson. You fought tomato cans. You didn't fight nobody. They don't say in a period of time. They don't look at the fact. They don't care. I'm not saying they don't look at it, but they don't care that Mike Tyson had all these fights in a 1 year period
Oh,
like the old school guys had it. They just say, "Who was this guy? He wasn't shit. Look at this guy. This opponent wasn't shit." As soon as you fought somebody that was shit, you got your ass beat. That's the narrative that goes with Mike Tyson wherever he goes now. You never fought nobody, and as soon as you fought somebody, you got your ass beat.
what's up?
When he could,
Yeah.
when, when he can do like everybody else and say, "Look, let's go look at some of your favorite fighters of all time that got 200 wins and 100 knockouts, and let's go look at who they was knocking out. Let's go look at the caliber of fighter. Let's go look at their records of the guys they fought." So to me, Floyd don't lose the argument. It's just that it's just another layer to it. They can say, okay, they can counter by saying, yeah, but these guys fought 14 times in a year, and then Floyd can say, well, the 14 guys they fought, the one guy or two guys that I fought 3 times a year. They fought 14 times a year. My three fighters had a better record than all 14 of those fighters put together, and they were all trained as boxers, came up as boxers. And I personally would take those three over the 14 that got a combined losing record. But again, that's to each their own. I'll use that as an example.
I gotta wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, JB. I was just saying that you got to. I was saying to me, a dynasty, you have to win at least 3 championships and defend your championship once with the same core of players. That's what I was saying. That's a dynasty. So, for example, the Lakers with Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol and Lamar Odom, they were in a dynasty. They had a good run, and because they had back-to-back championships. But had they won a third one, then that would have been a dynasty. But the Lakers with Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Robert Ory, Rick Fox, that was a dynasty because they won 3 championships and they defended it at least once. If I'm not clear on that, and I think to me that transitions to all the other team sports as well, baseball and football too. D Hodges, what it do, nephew? Brother D Hodges in the building. Kool Aid man in the building. Let's see who else.
Yeah, what I missed earlier?
We was talking about some of the greatest actors in Hollywood, but then we ended up talking about Denzel only. And then somehow we started talking. Well, actually, we got asked a question in the chat about the Lakers this year. And then we went off on a tangent talking about basketball, but we were supposed to be talking about movies. I mean, actors, great actors. Uh,
Okay.
I was gonna say another great actor. Um, uh, that don't get a we oh yeah we talked about we talked a little bit about we talked a lot about Denzel and some of his movies. We tried to do a five, but he got so many movies that it's just not even fair. We can just do one night of Denzel, but um, one of the actors that I was saying they don't get, or the actors I was saying that don't get, they're kind of underrated is Eddie Murphy and uh, Wesley Snipes in terms of their range, the diversity that they can do in their roles.
Hmm.
Uh, Eddie Murphy, he can play multiple characters in one film, and not one of the characters be the same at all. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
To me, that's I was saying that
Versatility.
there's different ways of looking at acting. You got somebody who can kill their lines and bring out emotions and bring to life a character, and then you got actors who can be something totally other than themselves. Like I don't know if have you ever seen that movie called What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
Say that again.
What's Eating Gilbert Grape?
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, it's a movie with about like it's an old Caucasian family, and they have like in rural America something like that, and they got this overweight mom, obese mom, and to take care of her, things like that. But the point is that in the movie uh, is Leonardo DiCaprio. He plays he plays the son, the one of the sons in the family, and he's slow. You know what I'm saying?
He's a
He
smoker.
mentally no, he's slow, like mentally
Slow.
retarded.
Oh, okay.
But he plays that role. You know what I'm saying? I remember watching that when I was a kid, growing up. You know what I'm saying? And the role was so believable, man, like crazy believable. And you wouldn't even think that was Leonardo DiCaprio. He plays the role so great. You know what I mean?
Right.
Uh, Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump.
Oh
Tom
yeah.
Hanks
Yeah.
plays that role
Did a
so
hell of a job.
great.
Yeah, he
He
did.
plays the role so great, regardless of what you think about the movie. Um, um, you don't look at that as being Tom Hanks. You be like, man, that's Forrest Gump. You
Right.
start calling him Forrest Gump. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Absolutely.
Before the movie's over, you calling him Forrest Gump. Um, uh, Forrest Whitaker in the Last King of Scotland when he's playing Idi Amin. I
Yeah.
made you watched The Shield, right?
The
Who was that?
Shield. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
was that
was.
Sheldon that was watching The Shield? Or was you? Okay, so in The Shield, Forrest Whitaker plays Lieutenant Kavanaugh, and I was like, when I'm watching The Shield, I'm like, man, fuck Kavanaugh, because I'm not even thinking of Forrest Whitaker at the time. I'm like, man, Kavanaugh is an asshole. And
Yeah.
then, later on, I'm like, man, is Kavanaugh an asshole or is Kavanaugh just somebody trying to get dirty cops off the street? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
either way, I stop at some point. You stop looking at the actor, and the performance is what comes out.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
And
anytime
so
an
there's
actor can make you fight with yourself about what you think of them when they playing these roles, or you think of them or their character, you try
right.
to go back and forth and you fighting with yourself on that. The actor's done a good job.
Have done a great job. But then like Denzel is almost Denzel in every movie, but he's killing it in a different way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he's killing the emotions and the lines that he's getting. He's bringing those. He's making you feel what his character is going through. But at the end of the day, you'd be like, man, what was that character's name? Because you just looking at Denzel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're not looking at the character itself. You're looking at, well, that's Denzel in The Siege. I love The Siege. The Siege is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
should have named that, as one of my top ones. But um, those other actors who do that, like Eddie Murphy, he plays I think an entire family in The Nutty Professor. You know, um,
Yes.
and all those guys have different personalities and sound different and have different um different how do you call it
You know who he got that from, don't you?
he got what from?
Playing those multiple characters in the same movie, giving them all different personalities.
What's that?
Got it from the great Richard Pryor.
What do you do it in?
Richard Pryor,
What I'm
he did that in a couple of his movies back in the day. Like in
right.
what's one? What's I forget the name. Was it Which Way Is Up? I can't remember which one it was, but one of his movies was that Cicely. No, it wasn't Cicely Tyson. It's another female. But anyway, he was married, but his father lived with him. And Richard played both of those roles, the husband and the father.
Okay.
And he did so well, man. You saw them as separate actors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
That's
he
what
had
I'm
more than
you
one
can do that.
movie like that, but that was one of the first ones coming to my mind.
When you can do that, you know what I mean? When you can do like when he plays the little Jewish Caucasian dude in Coming to America,
Yeah.
and they say he's walking around the set and people didn't know it was him. You got to have some kind of skills. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was Richard played. Who played that the Jewish guy? I forgot. In the
Eddie Murphy.
barbershop. That's what I thought. That was Eddie.
Yeah. When you doing stuff
It was,
like that, it's like, hold on, man.
I think it was only him, Arsenio Hall, and his best friend that played that scene. There's just three of them that played that scene.
The three.
Yeah.
And he passed away. The one dude passed away. So even in the new movie, they have a different actor.
Oh, I thought he was still living. I didn't know he passed. You talking his best friend?
Yeah, he passed away.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Oh, you saying the character passed away, or the guy passed away in real life?
The actor passed away, and so they had a new actor to play him in the new movie, Coming to America.
I thought it was the same dude. It looked like the same dude. I gotta go back and look.
Nah, it don't look like him.
They tricked me. I probably missed it then.
Yeah, it don't even look like. It don't look like it. Okay, I say this. It looks like they found an actor to look as close to him as possible. That's what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Then they just used the makeup. But what I did was when stuff like that happens or comes out, I watch the whatever came before. So like if a new season of something comes out, I'm gonna watch the old season, knowing that in a few months the new season is coming out. So as soon as I get the announcement of the date that season 7 of Bosch is coming out, I'm gonna rewatch 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I do. So when they was like, "Oh, Coming to America," I made sure that on March 4th I watched Coming to America, the original Coming to America. That way I went into the new Coming to America with fresh eyes. You know what I'm saying? Understanding the whole plot and things like that. So I like to do it like that instead of trying to go off memory.
Some of those stories that Charlie Murphy told on Chappelle about Eddie's friend and all that, some instances that happened. It was based on that guy. And
word. Okay.
Yeah, there was some things that actually happened that it was based on that guy. Some stuff he actually did. And he verified that it was true, a lot of it. And some of it was, added, but A good portion of it was true. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
remember.
he wasn't even a real big dude, and some of it had. I know one of them stories had something to do with a fight or something.
Yeah,
You know, they was
he
getting
was the
into
one
it with
that couldn't get
everybody.
enough.
Yeah,
He was the one that couldn't get enough shit. Hey,
yeah,
come on, Kevin.
yeah. I think we talking about him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That's it.
speaking of acting, you brought up
Yeah,
something that you said acting that people that make you there's actors who make you dislike the actor because of how good they play the role. And I think that
right.
one of those actors right now in young Hollywood is Michael Rainey Jr., who played
Oh yeah, with
Tariq
Empower.
St. Patrick. Yeah, he
Yeah,
plays Tariq St. Patrick in Power. And
yeah,
oh
yeah,
my gosh, I had so many people tell me they don't like this
yeah,
dude and F
yeah. Everybody,
Tariq and this
and
kind
you
of
know what?
stuff. And he's a
That's what they
simp. He's
call
a
him. They
bitch.
call him Tariq. They don't call him by his name. They call him Tariq.
Yeah, he said he's had people that want to come beat him up in real life and stop him at the
Yeah,
airport and call him all kind of names, and he had to remind him, look, my name is not Tariq, my name is Michael. That's a role.
yeah,
I am an actor. That's what I do. I'm nothing like the character, but that shows you uh, the skills that this young man has. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of the reason I really
right.
still like the
That's
show.
when I actually believe.
Yeah, I still really do like the show, and he hits all of his emotional beats too.
Hmm.
Uh, you feel it when he had that last scene in season one where he's or not even the last scene, not the last scene. I'm thinking of the scene before the last scene before the when they split and did the season break when he was at the grave site and the cop recorded him at the grave site
Yeah, but that was
crying. I'm trying not to
that
spoil it.
was
I'm
like
trying to
an
talk.
episode or two. That was probably a couple episodes before. Uh,
You
yeah,
sure?
yeah. I know what you're talking
I thought it was the episode. I thought it was the episode where
about. Yeah,
they went dark, like when they went dark
I
for like
wasn't.
a few weeks.
It wasn't. You know
Okay.
what? Now that you,
I think I,
now that I think
I thought it
about,
was
it, I
the
think you're right. You
cliffhanger.
said it was a break in the season.
Yeah, because they took a break in
It
the
was a
middle of
break
the
in the
season.
season. You're right.
Yeah, I think that was the one that was like,
Yeah,
and they left you with that, and then you had to guess what was going to happen next, all the way until the
right,
2 week or
right.
2, 3 or the next month or whenever they restarted the episodes up. Because I remember when I
Yeah,
seen that, that's when I made sure I was like hitting everybody that was like, I'm not watching that shit if Ghost ain't in it and it's that little nigga in that shit. Fuck that little nigga. You know what I mean? And man, y'all got to get
yeah.
on this book two. Get on book two. Get on book two. It's about to go down. You know what I'm saying? The shit about to hit the fan. Nah, man, I ain't watching that
I'm
shit.
waiting
That little
on.
nigga did this.
I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on another season of Ghost 2 to come out. Book
Yeah,
2.
me too.
Shit,
I think they about to
I ain't
wrap with.
satisfied.
I think they about to wrap with book three, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm,
Uh, the Canaan story, his backstory,
yeah, yeah,
raising
yeah.
Canaan,
That's right. That's right.
and
Yeah, they supposed to talk about that.
they was they was filming season two they was filming season two of of book two with Ghost, but the what's the lady name, the one that plays the girl in his class, the, in Tariq's class in college.
Oh, in college, the little light,
Yeah,
the
he
girl that
got
played on the
he
oval.
got about three girlfriends on the show, but the
Yeah,
girl,
yeah. The one that she
the girl
played.
that's in his class.
She's an actress. She's an actress in the Oval also.
Oh, is she? Okay. She got the blonde
She's the
hair.
daughter. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
the
yeah,
little
she's the
cute.
little pretty girl. Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
her. She also played in a forgot. Dang, man, I'm mad. I can't remember the actor's name. I want to say I think it's DJ Classics. He's a director. DJ Classic. He directed a movie out in L.A. Um, it was like a black horror movie, like a slasher movie, and she played in that too. But anyways,
okay.
she her I don't know what happened with the production of Power Book Two, but DMX is her godfather.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's why I brought it up because DMX is her godfather. So uh,
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
she has to have time to grieve. You know what I mean, and get her whole thoughts and everything together to get back.
Oh, you talking
You
about in
know.
real life? Oh, I did see that. That's where I knew the girl from. That's where I knew her from.
Hmm.
Yeah. So he's a
Yeah.
godfather in real life. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
saw that online somewhere the other day. But I
Yeah.
didn't put two and two together as which girl it was.
Yep. And that happened while they was filming season 2, I believe. Um, but then I think I seen they started doing something with book 4, because that's wait, is book 4 with Tommy, or is that 5? Force,
It's
I
one
think
of them. I
Force,
know Tom's supposed to make some more
whichever one
appearances.
it is, whichever one it is they got, because they got Tom. That it was a picture with um
I think that's
man, what's
three.
the actor's name?
I think that's three,
Joseph
Tank.
Sikora.
Yeah,
Joseph Sikora. You said what?
I think that's 3.
No, 3 is
Unless
Yeah,
they
Raising
go.
I
Canaan.
thought they
I already know that one.
I
3 is
thought
Raising Canaan. I
they were
know that one for
Yeah,
a fact. It's
bringing.
either 4 or 5.
I thought they were going back in the past with all of them.
No, they're going back in the past with 3. That's it. And then I think Force. Yeah, 4 or 5. One of them, 4. One of them is Influence, and that's with uh Tate. Tate's character, Lorenz Tate. And I don't know if it's 4 or 5, but it's
Hmm.
called Influence. Power Book 4 Influence, or Power Book 5 Influence, and then Power Book 5 Force is the one Tommy's in, or Power Book 4 or whatever one. But anyways, they showed a picture uh with Joseph Sikora, who plays Tommy, and Tommy Flanagan, who plays Chibbs in Sons of Anarchy. Because Tommy Flanagan is going to play like a major role in that series with Tommy in Power Book in the Force book in the Force series. Because you got Force, and basically you got Force, Raising Canaan, Influence, and Ghost. Right? Did I say that right? Ghost. Like you got Ghost, Raising Canaan, Influence, and Force. Those are the different power books that's coming out next, which
Okay.
would be,
Okay.
they're all. I think they're going to be dope. What's the person in the chat to say? He said, or do you have to say it's Chris Foley? I don't know what that is. Ricky T said, I'm here to say I was wrong last week with my prediction, and fair play, Canelo. You showed up and delivered. Yeah, man, those are just guesses. And I know people like to, well, I predicted this and they came to, but it's a 50-50.
oh, that was
You know,
easy to see. Come on,
some people.
don't sell yourself short, Tank. That was easy to see.
No, I'm not selling myself short. That's all I always believe. That's why I don't do prediction videos, because I think it's all get the Lakers. The Lakers are gonna win the championship, or the Nets are gonna win the championship every year until they break up, because the Heat's gonna win because they got
Losers.
Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, and then like LeBron get out there, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 7. You know what I mean? And then they only win 2. You know what I'm saying? The Golden State Warriors are going to win every year. Well, they didn't even win the last year they had, because you can't predict injuries.
No.
You know what I'm saying? How many people predicted that uh, Billy Joe was going to get his face broken, or Maurice Hooker was going to break his hand? You know what I'm saying? Or so those things are just like guesses to me. It's like you know what you know in terms of your. I'm not taking away anybody's IQ of the sport that they predicting, quote unquote. But to me, it's still a guess. You don't know if somebody's going to accidentally butt heads, and then the fight's going to end because of a cut. A motherfucking guy may come in with a parachute, or a nigga might bite a nigga ear off. You know what I'm saying? These things, you don't know what's going to happen until it happens. I'd rather just talk about what needs to be done if you want to increase your chances of winning. You know what I'm saying? You want to put your IQ to the
We
test.
talked about this last week. The key,
Right, exactly.
we all said the key is healthy. It don't matter what squads you got or how good they are. If they're not
Right.
healthy, it don't matter. You're not gonna win that. You got to be healthy.
And you can't predict that. So you just
Exactly.
You know, and then in the postseason, like we were saying, every team is unhealthy. So it's like a matter of who can play through the pain or through the injuries that they have. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you get to see. You know what I mean? You get to see what's what, is
Who is
because
who and what is what.
not
Yep.
everybody can play through injuries. You know what I mean? Shit. Somebody I forgot. That's funny because we was talking about that, and then I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was seeing that there's some NBA players out because they got a dislocated finger, and it made
Yeah,
me
see
think. I
that's
was like, I remember when Kobe Bryant broke his shit, and they popped that shit, you know, or put a cast on it. I remember one season where he dislocated it, and Gary Vee just popped it back in, and he finished the rest of the game. So you know, it's just different now.
oh my God.
It's
Hey
different. And
Centos,
that,
Yeah.
how many times you watch the NBA game back in our day and everybody got 2 and 3 fingers taped together?
Shoot, I remember playing with some dislocated fingers myself.
Man, come on, you just tape that shit up and keep playing. But
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was
these
part
dudes
of it,
today,
man.
man,
Tape,
they go
tape
on
it
a
and keep
10-day
rolling.
list, 15-day list.
I remember one time my hand got caught, and this is why I started wearing gloves. My hand got caught between two helmets. Like I was trying to tackle a running back, and you know some running back get that low center of gravity, and they keep chugging like the drill. And my hand went up where it's like around his helmet area around like the little crown of his helmet. And then another defensive player came and went helmet to helmet with him with my fucking hand right there, and it broke all my whole nail, like
Ah,
my nail all the way through.
ah,
And you know what I'm saying? Just clean the blood up, tape that bitch up, tape the motherfucking fingers together, put on the glove, and then let's go finish the shit.
yep, keep playing.
The only
Yeah,
thing that kept me
keep
from
going,
playing
keep practicing.
basketball
That was
was,
that practice.
as far as injury, was a really bad or broken ankle. Either really bad sprain or broken ankle. That's usually the only thing used to keep me out of playing basketball.
That's what took me out of my senior
Or
year in football too.
or or
My
or
Achilles.
uh or if I twist my knee real bad or something. Other than that,
Let's close.
I'm
They ain't
playing.
that a trip?
Man, these subs were gonna
Hey,
load me up with some return.
y'all remember that? What was the rule when you hurt your ankle on the court? Hey, don't take it off. Don't take the tennis shoe off. Just tighten it up.
Right,
Just tighten it up.
right. Yes, yeah, man. You got to go. You had to go ahead and play through. I'm
Now,
gonna
when you get
leave you
home,
wrapped
your
up.
ankle gonna look like a grapefruit
Yeah,
once
yeah.
you take that shoe off.
And see, we used to wear. I played football, so we wore a spat. You know what I'm saying? So our shit was all taped up. Your ankle was taped up, and your cleats was taped to your socks and your ankles. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? You
yeah, I
taped
used
all
to
that shit.
spat. I damn sure
Had all
spat.
that
I
shit.
had
Yeah,
to
had
be
all that shit
fly.
spatted up. Yeah.
Yeah, I played
It's just like,
safety in
man, you just
corner. I
wait.
had to be fly.
You wait till the game is over with, and then you know what I'm saying. Take all that
Yeah,
shit off, and then like you said, it's all
heavily
folded up.
spatted.
But
Then you roll an ankle, you go back still the table. They tape over some more. Tape it
yep,
up.
they tape it tighter. That's
Yeah,
it.
tape it up. Your adrenaline's pumping. You know, you don't really feel it until you get home.
Man, I felt that shit in the game because I felt this. It was an Achilles, and my
Oh yeah.
our teammate just came and just his whole force, like we was going after a quarterback down the sideline. He was like on the draw play. They was kept running draws. I mean, not draw, uh, quarterback pitches and shit where you got to play the
Right.
quarterback or the running back. And they had a fast ass quarterback. You know what I'm saying? This is a prototype back before the Michael Vicks and
Mm-hmm.
what's the guy name for Baltimore now?
Oh,
But
you
anyways,
talking about
Oh,
Lamar?
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson and the Colin Kaepernicks, yeah, and the Russell Wilson and the guys, man. It was back then, so we was like trying to get this brother, you know what I'm saying, black dude and shit, trying to beat him to the sideline, and my teammate just came out of nowhere and just dove, but he hit all of my ankle, and when you watch the film, you're like, what the fuck, you diving at? But that was my dog. He's like my ace too, so it wasn't even like I could get mad at the dude. But they fucked my whole senior year up. The whole shit. I want to do it. I'm gonna do a thing. I got some images from a lot of different ones that I want to talk about, but because you know they always say there's no some people say is there shouldn't be sequels to movies. You know, oh, they always mess it up when they do a sequel. So I took a bunch of images from the movie posters of sequels that I thought did do good. They were, you know, they're good sequels and
What
led to
sequel
being good
is
franchise.
good? Name a sequel that is good in your eyes. Because I think they always fuck them up.
Oh, like Lethal Weapon 2, um, Beverly Hills Cop 2. Uh, I think I had Gremlins 2. Uh, another 48 Hours.
You went all the way
Uh,
back to Gremlins, man. That's way back.
sequel. You said
That's early
you know
80s.
that sequels, bro.
Was you
Uh,
even,
not-
what
uh,
was you, about 4 when Gremlins came out?
you know what? I don't remember.
Yeah, but you gotta remember who you
Terminator
talking
2.
to. He's a true television, a movie buff, man.
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
probably been
I watch
paying
those.
attention to
Yeah.
what he was doing back
Hey,
then.
look, Terminator 2, Aliens Part 2.
I
Uh,
look at Tank when it come down to movies and programs. You know, paying attention to him when he was real young. Like I paid attention to boxing when I was real young. You know, some kids just have a knack for something. They understand what they're looking at. You know, at an early age. And I see him as that type. It ain't too much. Yeah, shoot, he be schooling me on the movies, man. I be listening. I be fascinated. And I always thought I was a movie buff, but see, I don't know all the actors' names. I don't know every name title to the movies. I just remember the movies because I watched them and I enjoyed them. Now, if I superly enjoyed them, I remember the name of the movie and some of the actors and actresses' names. But I don't really make it my unless they're a superstar. I don't make it my business to know their name. I just enjoy the movie. But my wife, she knows all the actors and actresses' names, especially if they're white.
yeah, I used to be huge into
She
that
don't
shit
care
'cause
for black programs like I do.
Okay, so
That
you
irritates
missed
me
this
too,
part.
but
damn.
it's
You
all
missed
good.
this part,
We
Santos.
just got different tastes.
You know, I
You
I
missed
used to
this
watch
part.
the making of. That's
Uh,
why
You
the
missed
making
this
of.
part, Santos. What's your top five Denzel movies?
which part is it?
Top 5 Denzel movies.
My 5 best is Denzel movies. Top 5. Top 5.
Yeah.
In no particular order. Equalizer 1. Training Day. Um, uh, Antoine Fisher. Let me see. I like when he played.
Air conditioning.
This role wasn't that. Glory. I like Glory when he was in Glory, and I got to go with American Gangster. I mean, you know, he played some realistic. You know, he played those parts to the fullest, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good 5. Ain't nothing wrong
You
with
know,
that
it's too
5.
many. It's too many for this dude, bro.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I didn't
he's
get
got
it.
so many movies. I was gonna go with the debate team, but you know what? His role wasn't. It was significant, but not as significant as the kids in that movie. So when he played the professor, so I had to, you know,
Yep.
I think
The
Glory,
Great Debaters.
The Great Debater.
yeah, Great Debate, yeah. I got to go with Glory, American Gangster, Training Day, Equalizer 1, and what was the other one I said? I called 5. Shoot. Well, let me see. Glory, American Gangster, Equalizer, Training Day, and let's see.
That's on Married to Madison, is it? Or Atlanta Housewife?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm gonna go with
You said Training Day, didn't you? How do you say something else?
I'm gonna go with Denzel. John Q was a good movie. He played a hell of a role in that movie. I felt his pain in that movie.
Yeah, I did 5, and I just felt like. And then I started thinking, I was like, damn, the Siege was dope.
So many more
Power.
though.
Yeah, he got too many. I told Kyle, we just got to do a Denzel day where we just talk about, different movies or something like that. Because
he played a good
I
role.
felt like I kind of left all kind of shit out.
He played a good role in, what was that, Ricochet? Is that the name of it?
Yep, I brought that up. I brought up Ricochet. Yep.
But
Ricochet, Deja Vu. Deja Vu is one of my movies because I like time
Deja
travel.
Vu. Oh,
So,
I forgot about that. Deja Vu was a hell of a movie. He was
Deja Vu.
what he was what the little girl called him? She had a little bear and she called it by his name. His
Creasy.
Creasy, yeah, Creasy Bear.
Hold on, I'll be back.
That was a hell of a movie right there, man. I forgot about that. I knew he got so many, man. And he played a good role in when he played that movie. Well, it wasn't a series in my opinion. When they Inside Man, he's a detective, but it wasn't that serious on that one. Man, these fools here killing me, man.
Oh, the P in your way tonight?
Huh?
I said they in your way tonight.
No, they give these two stores, the one I just left and this one right here, they got all these returns, man. Like this one got a bunch of batteries, man. I can't stand that bull crap.
Hey, that Inside Man is the shit, bro.
Yeah.
I showed that shit to my class. Like, man, look, we're gonna watch these Spike Lee movies. Spike Lee. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
What's that?
Hey.
That Inside Man, that's my shit.
Hey, Devil in a Blue Dress was a hell of a movie too.
Hey, look, I'm gonna take it back. Mo Better Blues.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to forget.
Yep.
These old school shit. You know what I'm saying? Denzel been around for a minute. Power. You know what I'm saying? Movie Power was young Denzel.
You said Power?
Yep, Power. It was an ensemble. That's with Gene Hackman and Richard Gere.
Yeah, I can't. I remember that he was in a movie with them. I can't remember the title. I mean, Power didn't hit them, but I'm not saying it's the wrong title. But what another movie comes
I got
to mind is
I'm looking right at it.
When he played
1986.
1986. When he played with was it Sean Connery? No, it was Gene Hackman. When they were on the ship.
Crimson Tide. Yep, I brought that one up too.
Tide. Yeah.
Crimson Tide, that's my shit.
Yeah.
If I say too many, dog. The Book of Eli. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm at this point. I'm just looking at my DVD. Hey, look, when he brought it up, I just went to my DVD cases. Like, hold on, let me go to my Denzel Washington section. Hey, look, I got one for you. Niggas be forgetting about the Manchurian Candidate.
Yeah. Another one. Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he don't do his thing, man.
Why is my Inside Man not near my other Denzel movie? Let's move you on out the way. Get you over here, right? Get you right in your Denzel section over here.
What you say now?
I said I had one of my Denzel movies wasn't in its right place. Like, why is my Denzel movie? My Inside Man wasn't near my other Denzel movies.
Oh.
I try to keep them in like sections and shit. I got my Eddie Murphy section. I got my Denzel section.
Yeah, man.
Eddie Murphy, I probably got the greatest shit because you know what I'm saying. I think he's underrated, dog. You know what I'm saying? You watch that Bowfinger.
Oh yeah.
That nigga played 2 different characters in that movie right there alone.
Yeah.
That ain't nothing.
Norbert. He played one character, Norbert, but that was a flip though. It's different. he wasn't the most popular guy, so to speak, in Norbert. He was a nerd. That was a good movie.
But the difference with Bowfinger is he played. There was
Both
like
the
no
nerd
makeup.
and
It wasn't no
really?
makeup. It was just it was just him. He just had a little fucking wig, a little hair to make his hair go slick back, whatever. But a
At one
nerd
time,
and the fake
at one time,
braces and
I
glasses.
thought Eddie was just trying to keep all the money in the house. He played so many roles in different movies, but that's a testament to his abilities, man.
His skill,
More than
right?
anything. Yeah.
I remember Arsenio Hall was like, man, this dude should have won the Academy Award. How the fuck can I get how you not get an Oscar, but for acting in a comedy? For
Man, like,
the Nutty
give me the
Professor,
money.
or you know what I mean? Like this dude, the skills off the charts when you got to do shit like that. Yeah, it's crazy time. But you know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go, Dr. Dolittle 2. Dr. Dolittle 2. That's
Yeah, he
another
does good.
sequels that
That's when he was
that
on
I
his
thought was
family
good.
thing for the kids.
Yeah. Are We There Yet? Are We There Yet 2 was another good sequel.
No, that was YouTube Ice Cube.
I know. I went back to talking about sequels because I just seen I started looking
Oh
at
yeah.
I started looking at my DVD because I wanted to do a show on my IETV and Movie Talk channel about the sequels that actually that were good. You know what I mean? Or that landed that people, because people always say whenever somebody sees a sequel that's not good, they always say they shouldn't make sequels. So I wanted to point out that there's sometimes where there's plenty of precedents where they got it right. You know what I'm saying? They was able to make good sequels, and the sequels, they weren't bad. Like Conan the Barbarian was good, but I like Conan the Destroyer better.
What about Terminator?
Terminator 2, yeah. So I brought that one up.
Yeah.
Terminator 2. You know what I'm saying? Aliens. Remember, you had Alien and you had Aliens 2 when they brought the Marines to the planet where the aliens was at. You know what I mean? So like, there's a lot of films that did do good. You remember that movie Desperado with Antonio Banderas?
Yeah.
There was a movie before that, I believe, too, and the one after that, because you had Once Upon a Time in Mexico that came out after that. You got the Batman, the original one with Michael Keaton, and then Batman Returns when you had the Penguin and Catwoman in it. That was a good sequel. You got the Chris Nolan Batmans where they have Batman and Batman Begins and the Batman with the Joker with Heath Ledger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they got some that did,
Yeah, man.
That did good. That we got to be reminded, like, well, no, they got it right a couple times. When they get it wrong, they get it all the way wrong. But we can't let that dictate them not doing nothing at all, especially when they got good stories. You know what I'm saying? 48 Hours was great. I thought another 48 Hours was great. Too. I like Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2.
Yeah, he was schooling them old boys.
Yeah.
On some good detective work.
Yeah, y'all niggas do this shit over. Y'all gotta do this shit this way. You know what I mean? Some people don't like it, but I like The Godfather and The Godfather 2. I like 3 as well, but we're just talking about the immediate sequel, the immediate follow-up. You know what I'm saying? Godfather 2 was a good movie.
Yeah.
The way they took it back, but they kept it in present day. But half the movie was the rise of Vito Corleone.
All those Godfathers were pretty good.
Yeah, The Godfather is the shit.
Yeah. That's why they still sought after so much now.
Yep. And people sleep on the influence, like The Godfather being what it was, made a lot of these organized crime, flush it out.
Right. Everybody's
You
trying to
couldn't
do
do organized crime no
thing.
more.
Right.
Yeah, the films had to be like on par with that.
Right.
Like, no, you got to make these guys not just bad guys. They got to be people. You know, before that there was, hey, you know, it was wise guys. Yeah, wise guy, eh?
I think all directors are wanting a Godfather's type of effect on the theater. I mean, on their movies. How everyone gravitated to the Godfather.
Lawrence Fishburne. Oh yeah, The Matrix in Part 1 and Part 2. I almost forgot about that one. The Matrix
Yeah, we
and
were
The
talking
Matrix
about that the
Reloaded.
other day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. Those are just movies you gotta. Some things are, and not just movies. It's anything, but sometimes up in New York, I idolize those guys. R&B in the building. Sometimes you got to look at it with your. You got there's one of the main reasons I rewatch like The Wire and certain things over and over multiple times is because as I grow in my understanding of how the world works and come across more and more information and
Get
expand
more
my
understanding.
intelligence, I rewatch stuff and I get something out of it because I'm like, God, I didn't even know that they mentioned that in there because I hadn't
Right.
learned about it yet. It was like a throwaway line. You know, maybe I went not. You know, maybe I got.
Hello? Tank. Hey, show.
Hey,
There we go.
Can you
I
hear
hear
me now?
somebody with that show.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
My
hear
bad.
both of you now.
Yeah. I was gonna say, sometimes you, as you get older, what I'm saying, you get more and more information, and you get, understanding of things that you study, and then you be like, you think something was a throwaway line at one point, because maybe you got it to go to the bathroom or get something to drink or took a phone call or was talking to somebody that was in the room at the time that you was watching it, and you miss a line or you know what I mean. And then, but
Right.
when you be like, oh man, now you learn about something, you be like, damn, they mentioned that in this fucking movie
What
or
y'all talking
songs or
about?
whatever. Just like uh, watching stuff over and over again or listening to things over and over again.
Yeah, you have to do that.
Like
When you're trying to
like I
watch
remember I
something and
remember going
somebody
back.
come and say something to you, or call you or
Like I
something
remember
like that,
watching the old
you gotta.
Prince was on. I think Prince was on. I forgot what. I want to say. No, it wasn't Arsenio Hall because of the way he was sitting. But Prince. Oh, he was on. He was on an interview with Tavis Smiley.
Right.
Remember when Tavis Smiley was popping? He had his own show.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And,
That was one.
Prince was
Yeah,
in an
on
interview with.
PBS.
Yeah, he
PBS.
was in an interview with Tavis Smiley, and he was talking about
Yeah.
chemtrails. And see, I
Talking
remember
about
seeing
who?
it at the time when it first chemtrails. And I remember at the time, yeah, at the time I was watching it, I was like, okay, that was interesting. But then when I started, like years later, when I really started doing studies and chemtrails came back into my orbit, I remembered hearing the phrase and remembering like a little bit of it because Prince had mentioned it. And then I learned and watched a documentary that I watched, and then I watched a follow-up documentary on it. Then did some research on it because now we have the internet at the time. Then I was able to go back and rewatch. I was like, damn, Prince said something about that on Tavis Smiley, and I looked that up on YouTube, and I was like, and I got a whole lot more out of the interview than I did the first time. A lot more profound respect for Prince on that level after doing my own research. You know what I mean? Because anybody can tell you anything, and that's one thing I love about the way my dad presented it for me growing up. He'd be like, "Well, look, you got to go look for this stuff yourself. I can tell you anything, and if it sounds good, you'll believe it. But you have to research. Always research the research. Somebody else can tell you something, make it sound real eloquent in it, make it sound good, but you're gonna only retain it if you go research it yourself.
Yeah.
That's how you retain information is researching it yourself.
Well,
And
you learn
now,
that. You learn that in school that if you listen to something, you may get it, but if you read it, you'll comprehend it and retain it.
it's different, right? It's that much more. So now, like, oh yeah, chemtrails. You know what I'm saying? You got a contrail and you got a chemtrail. The calm shell is what you see is when the airplane or the jet or whatever flies over you,
Yeah, that's
and
what
you got that little
that's what I was.
condensation in it, and it dissipates as it goes on. So as the plane goes or the jet goes, that little line goes with it. But the chemtrails is what stays it goes all the way across the sky for miles and miles and miles, and the plane don't even have to be there no more. You don't even have to see the jet, but you see all these damn lines in the sky. That's a chemtrail. They're spraying stuff in the sky, and then you look that up, and you start to look into the HART program, and see that they're doing studies on the ionosphere, and they got aluminum as one of the things in there, and all these different materials that's in the chemical, and they say that they kind of reflect the light back up to the sun, and do weather manipulation. It's a weather manipulation program because there's certain parts of the world where it doesn't rain, so they want to make sure that you can make it rain, uh, causing earthquakes. It's all kind of stuff. That some people say that the earthquake in Haiti in 2010 was a result of them messing with the heart and causing an earthquake. You know what I mean? Uh, so these are all things that are related to chemtrails. And when Prince was talking about it, I heard it, but I wasn't listening to it at the time. So that's why I like to, even like with films, TV shows, and movies, I constantly go back and rewatch these things, listen to music over and over, because I know that as I grow older and I learn more, I'm going to get more out of what I'm watching or listening to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm rewatching The Shield right now. I think I'm on episode 3 of season 1, and I'll be like, God damn.
Yeah, I caught up on that.
since last year.
I caught up on that Shields, man. After me and you talk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I just started watching it this week. I'm on episode 3.
That was a great show.
Sunday.
That's one of the best shows they ever produced.
Yeah, that shit looks real. Like it looks like you can there's moments when you're looking at it, you can see the people in the background like looking at what they're filming. Like I was looking at the scene where they're talking to the guy who sells art on the streets in the wheelchair early in season 1. I think it was episode 3, and you can see the people across the street watching them film it, and you can tell that they're not extras on the show. You know what I'm saying? It's just like literally just people who's in the frame of the camera staring at them while they film the scene. So it's like it's so real, man. It's so dope because they're using LA as their set piece, and they're using real life people in the place of extras on the set. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the way Bosch is too. Bosch is it uses the city as its backdrop a lot of times. But
Yeah, I like Bosch.
Nothing's like the Shield. Yeah, I like Bosch too. Nothing's like the Shield. Though.
Hey,
Shield is a sadistic ass show.
Did you ever check out that Jack Ryan?
With the one with the guy that plays Bunk in it.
Plays Bunk.
Yeah, on the wire. Bunk on the wire. Bunk Moreland.
Yeah, the new one.
He plays Jack Ryan's little. He plays the guy that brings him in.
Your boy out of New Orleans plays in it. The brother, the heavyset one.
Yeah, that's him. He played Bunk. He played Bunk in the Wire. You watch the Wire?
Oh yeah. I thought you were talking about the Shields. Okay.
Yeah, he played Bunk.
I got you. Yeah, you're
Bunk
right.
in the Wire. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good move.
Yeah, Amazon's stepping it up. I think Amazon has better shows than
man, they got
Netflix
some good stuff
in terms
on
of the way they look.
Yeah, I stay on Prime, man, more than I do it Netflix.
Yeah.
I tell you, I'll be watching a lot of the independents on there too.
Yep.
Yeah, I stay on them independents.
I'm burning on this bitch. What's that movie? The Boys. I always bring up The Boys because they deal with
the Boys. Yeah, I haven't looked at it in a
justice.
while, but yeah.
Yeah, they did like it's basically a military industrial complex combined with the way they do the way these multinational corporations do like
Yeah, that
create
was
stars and
interesting.
images in entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? Oh, don't worry, we'll just get our PR team to do this and do that. You know, they just hide it in the superhero trope. But you know, that's what they do with all these dudes in Hollywood too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Over here got publicists and shit. So when motherfuckers fuck up and do shit, they can just make it look like, oh no, I know you guys saw that, but that's what you saw. It's not what you saw. As long as they play ball, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do an overhaul of your image.
Man, man, step cousin of mine, he drive trucks too. We hadn't talked in a while, especially since I've been, staying in the boxing community at night. But he texted me yesterday, well Sunday, texted me Sunday to let me know that he had COVID. He'd been diagnosed with COVID. He thought he had a touch of pneumonia because his wife was sick and she had a mild case of pneumonia, but
Uh,
she was negative for COVID. So he started feeling bad and he went to the doctor last Wednesday. They said he didn't have pneumonia, but he had COVID, tested positive for COVID. And it tripped him out because he already had the vaccine. He got the vaccine back in March. And he's one of those few persons that got it after getting the vaccine, man.
yeah. So they say, and see, and that's the thing. They say you're supposed to be able to get it. Like the vaccine don't stop you from getting it, but it's supposed to stop you from getting sick once you do get it again. And so, but they said that there's
They say he did get sick.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He
They
couldn't
call it
taste or he
I
couldn't
forgot. It's a
taste or
phrase.
smell anything.
They call it. I think it's called breakthrough. They call them breakthrough cases. Like they got a term for it
Yeah.
already. Is when you get the vaccine, you get both shots, and you get what they call it fully vaccinated or inoculated, and then
Mm-hmm.
you get it again and get sick from it again. It's called breakthrough. So it's like, damn, the hell I do all this for in the first place? You know what
Man,
I mean?
I had my
And
third
so
test. I had my third test this past Friday, and I got my third negative. And I just try to, driving at night, man. I'm just by myself. I don't have to worry
yeah,
about coming in contact much. I thank God for that. But at the same time, uh, I don't get out and mingle that much. But when I am in the public's eye, I got my mask on, and I just continue to do things what I've been doing. And I figured, it's been working all this time. I'm gonna keep doing it.
right. You know what I'm saying? And you get like you gotta come in contact with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Stuff that you don't know what people touched or what they coughed on or whatever. I'm
right.
looking at my icon.
That's
I'm
why I
looking
try to
at
keep
my
my hands
TV,
washed and all that.
and I can see the
See, some
Beverly Hills
people
Cop. I was about to say,
I think a lot of us have just gotten a little bit too relaxed because of the vaccine and the quarantine is reopening. I mean, they're releasing all. They don't reopen the country pretty much. I think people are just going a little bit too happy with all that.
yeah, it's the media. The media is the one that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? They taking their cue from the government. The government tells you to go into quarantine,
Mm-hmm.
then you go into quarantine. They tell you to come out, you come out. But like I was saying when it first started, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use my own signs to take it serious. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
Right.
when it affects my immediate job, I'm working at a school, so it can't be that serious if they still got me around all these kids, and I'm already a halfway a germaphobe anyway, and
Me
I'm
too.
like, we work
That's
with kids, so they gonna carry a lot of, we at ground zero for stuff to get um, passed around, and
yeah.
so when it finally hit
I've
the
al-
school, that's when I took it serious,
I've always
and
been
then now,
leery about what I touch anyway. I mean, I know some things you can't avoid touching, but at the same time, I know to go wash my hands. And that's where I've always been. And I'm gonna tell you, man, before they even put people on quarantine legally, man, I had already quarantined myself. shoot, when I saw how bad it was getting, and it was before January, I was already keeping myself stuck in the house, man.
And see, I'm already like that. So I'm a hermit. I'm naturally like that. I'm
Yeah,
one of those introverted, anti-social motherfuckers anyway. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm a social I'm a social anti-social person. Oh, Tank, let's go out and do this. Nah, I'm all right. Like I'm like one of them dudes that you got to be like, hey, look, we got to get out and go at least a couple times a month, twice a month. You know what I mean? All
Hmm.
right, we'll see. Like I got things that I can keep me in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I got interest. I can write. I can read a book. I can go watch my favorite TV shows or watch movies or you know what I'm saying. Like I said, I could go research for hours I could go research for days. You know what I mean? Like
Man, I
I'm
missed
not
out
one
on
of those
so
people that
many.
got to be outside to get shit.
Right. I'm one of those guys, man, that have missed out on a lot of different events with friends and family members because of the fact I just don't want to be. Um, so it's been reason I didn't certain people, certain crowds I don't want to be amongst because they act a little foolish.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then at the same time, I'm used to being to myself anyway since I was a kid.
right.
I was the middle child, first of all, and I always felt like I had to get my own and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I've always been used to doing my own thing and moving to the beat of my own drum and just being to myself and not flocking to anyone else. So that's just who I am.
Yeah,
And my
see,
wife, she's good.
I'm like that too. I'm kind of good with people, but I'd rather
Yeah,
be by myself because people
I'm
always
good
seem
with
to
people,
let you
but
down.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're the same way. I'm good with people,
Hmm.
but it's just I'm okay alone. I can be by
Yeah.
myself, and be just fine. You know what I'm saying?
And one of the real things, and I know y'all can both probably relate to this. People will make you fuck them up.
Yes, sir. That's one of the reasons I had to learn to be
People will
by
make
myself.
you
'Cause
hate them.
I used to have a real short temper, man, when I was younger,
Hmm.
man, and it took me some years to learn to control that. And I don't
Yeah.
want someone else push me to that point, because when I get upset, I'm upset, and I ain't trying to hear no reason.
Yeah.
Get
People
that?
get way too familiar with you, way too
Yeah.
fast. They fuck around, say the wrong thing, and it's gonna be a problem.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Or some people are so familiar with each other, they think you like the same. You're the same way because y'all all hang out. And you're like, man, look,
Right.
I'm not that motherfucker. In your mind, you gotta look. I'm not that person. You know what I mean? I've never been that
I'm gonna tell
person.
you,
What makes you think
I've,
that I'm that person now?
yeah, I've always considered
So
myself a hip nerd, a nerd that's hip.
yeah,
you know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And so, because there's a lot of things that interest me that don't interest my counterparts. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Right.
but at the same time, I'm hip to what's happening in my surroundings, my culture, as well as the circle that I flow with. But I don't do things the way they do things. I'm gonna do things the way I do things because I believe certain things are a certain way. You know, just like we're talking about this germ situation. Um, I don't want to touch everything that's available to be touched. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Sometimes you can't help, but at the same time, I'm gonna be cognizant of it, and I'm gonna fix it up. God, dog, it's freaking light, man. I'm gonna fix it up where I can stand it. Where it ain't irritating me so much. Cause when I was a kid, man, my OCD was so bad, man. I had to take my shoulder and rub it against my ear, man, because it seemed like something was on my shoulder. But if I couldn't get something the way I wanted it, man, it just irritated me so bad. And I finally grew out of that. A lot of people didn't know I had that issue. Matter of fact, this is the first time I actually spoke about it in public. And then I couldn't walk on cracks. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't stand to walk past something that was out of place. All that old kind of stuff, man. As I get older, I learn to deal with all that because I know people are individuals and people are different as each person, and everybody's not gonna be the same as I want them to be, especially my family and my household. So I had to learn to deal with all that stuff, man, just to not alienate myself from everybody and not, to run everybody off from me because, man, man, before I got married 20 years ago, man, everything had to be uniform, organized, and just I just ran a tight ship, man. But I was hard to live with, and I knew that. My mom pointed that out, but I was proud of it because I was like, hey, you want to be with me, you're gonna have to roll this way. You know what I'm saying? Because back then, I ain't never had no problem getting a female, but once they get a little piece of this leg, like you want to keep getting that, you're gonna have to roll this way. But you know what I'm saying? Now, kind of relaxed on those requirements a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And so I let them flow a little bit. Plus, I'm not as young as I used to be. I don't think my abilities are as great as they were, but still capable of putting down a nice performance every now and then.
It's crazy that a lot of people put. See, and my thing is, I don't look at things the same way as other people do. A lot of times. So it's like, so sometimes I'm talking about something and people be like, Negro, what is you talking about? Or why are you talking about that? You know what I mean? I get that a lot, because like, some people are worried about, the COVID. And I'm like, well, and worried about, well, how come we gotta be wearing masks and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I look at it differently. So I'm like, this, like I remember I was saying before, this is the first time and since I've been alive that it's been okay for somebody who looked like me, dark skinned black dude who can cover their face in public, and people not be looking at you a certain way. I'm not giving that up. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I'm walking around incognito from here on out with all these cameras everywhere too. You know what I'm saying? Niggas got camera phones. They got cameras in the lights and cameras in the everywhere you go is the camera. You know what I'm saying? So if something pop off and you need to defend yourself, first thing gonna do is go to the camera. You know what I mean?
Man.
And not only that, but I'm like, America is spoiled. You know what I'm saying? They're like entitled because if you look at other places in the world, they've been wearing masks. I have an Asian bank across the street from where I live at, and these people have been living masks for been wearing masks for 10 plus years, and I don't say nothing about it. Michael Jackson was wearing a mask when he was alive. You know what I'm saying? He kept his kids in masks, and people thought they was crazy then, but they don't look so funny and too crazy now, right? You know what I'm saying? Because there's actual germs out there that we don't know about. Y'all worried about COVID, but that's what they tell you about. You don't know about the stuff that's out there that you don't know about, that you can spread on any given. They always, when the COVID came out, the smart people, well, flu kills everybody all the time. We don't wear a mask. Don't you think that might be a problem? This might be a thing where the Americans was forced to say, you know what? Maybe we do need to be aware of the germs that we pass from our mouth when we just do regular talking and spitting and coughing when we at the store licking. You know what I mean? Remember when Steve Nash used to play in his heyday? He would lick his hands every time he touched the basketball as he came up and down the court.
Yeah, see,
I used to always look at that shit like, ugh, I wouldn't want to play. Pass me the rock after you just licking your hands and shit.
But pitchers always, a lot of them lick their hands and then get to rubbing the ball, massaging the ball and all that, softening it up. Man, I'm like, man, shit, we don't did so much, man, not realize how much we spread germs amongst one another, man. But speaking of that Michael Jackson thing, man, see, Michael, he wasn't geographically deprived, so he knew about some situations going on elsewhere, and I think people like Michael that are learned about other cultures, they know a little bit more about things like that than the average person, and so he was a forward thinker with that mask situation. We thought he was just trying to keep his kids from being identified and all that, but no, it was more than just that, and we thought he was trying to hide his nose, which is probably part of that sometimes, but at the same time, Mike was trying to watch what he was inhaling as well. You know.
or
So yeah,
spreading, you know.
I thought when I first saw him do it, I thought he had got that from China or one of them Asian countries, and I still kind of believe it. Cause well, the
Yeah, I
reason I
think so
say
too.
that, and I may be premature in saying that, so because that's what they showed us on television. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But same time, we don't know which country initiated the wearing masks for your health. You know, as far as outside of the hospital. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm this. You right, Tank. You know, I remember when we first started wearing, everybody first started wearing masks and everything. Man, people looked at me like I was trying to rob them or something, man. You know, because here I am, this tall. You know, I'm only 6'2.5", man. But to some people, I'm tall. You know what I'm saying? And I'm black,
Yeah.
and my hair had grown, my facial hair had grown. You know, I'm COVID. You know, I had my COVID hermit look on. And normally I'm, you know, almost clean face except for a little, you know, little mustache and a little peach fuzz under the chin, and maybe a little sideburn, you know. But other than that, man, people looking at me all strange and stuff, man. So I'm so glad I don't have to worry about that now. It's a norm to everyone to see anyone with a mask on now, you know. So it's cool.
And sometimes I use a
The only
handkerchief.
negative part, yeah. Yeah, if I don't have, which I got a mask in every vehicle that I drive, and in fact, I got multiple masks in most of them, you know, and then I got extra masks in there for people who don't have a mask. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And I'm gonna tell you something I don't do. I keep a pair of gloves in my car. See, when I'm in my truck, I always have my gloves. When I'm in my car, I keep a pair of gloves in there because I don't grab no pumps to fill my car up without my gloves.
Right.
There ain't no telling, you know, so many people don't have them pumps and stuff, man. Tell them what you grab.
People walking around with AIDS and
Yeah,
hepatitis, all
all that
kind of
stuff.
stuff. You know, that's one thing that you would think that this would bring to people's minds. Like, you know what? Hey, there's a lot of stuff out there we don't know about that,
Right.
you know, that you could be in danger of coming in contact with. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
instead they want to focus on whether COVID itself is a hoax. Man, fuck COVID. What about everything else that's out there? You know
Right.
you know that the flu is not a hoax. You know that AIDS is not a hoax. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just there's so many things that's out there outside of uh what they calling COVID, and you don't even know what that is. You know, they just calling it.
Right.
They could be just calling it that. You know what I mean? It could be combinations of all kind of other stuff. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like right now, I'm looking. It says, you know, like India's going through it right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
India is supposedly all these deaths and all these records, single day records have been set for death tolls, and they got on the news like all these little look like they in what they call those little tents where they have uh, uh what's the movie
A little
Outbreak,
temporary
you know,
hospital
where people live at.
tents. I mean,
They, yeah, like quarantine
yeah,
tents, stuff like that, medical tents, and FEMA,
yeah.
everybody,
Medical tents.
stuff
That's what
like
I was
that.
trying to say. Medical tents.
Uh, and then you got this weirdo Fauci is like, oh, they just need the vaccine in India. I'm like, man, the vaccine. We don't even know if the vaccine works here. You still got people getting sick after the vaccine. What are you talking about? And this is a test. You know, this is the first wave of
Right.
a test that's going to be, you know, something that's going to take time to monitor years moving forward. You're supposed to take this is supposed to be a time to take the information down for the next you know 2 or 3 years, and then you come around and be like, okay, so this is what happened during the assessment time. But you know, after that, then you can come up with whatever you want to come with. But in the meantime, this is all part of the investigation, or I'm sorry, the observation of how this stuff is really going to work. You know, I always ask people who get the vaccine, I say, so when do you got to get your next shot? That's what I ask them. But because the immediate response is, we already got both my shots, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
But my thing is, okay, but when's your next one? And they be like, what do you mean? I don't understand. What, I got both mine already. And I'll tell them, do you think that that's a lifetime thing? You do understand that you got to go back, right? So
Right.
when do you go back? When's your next shot? Oh, yeah. Oh. This is something you're gonna have to. If you're doing it, you have to understand that you'll be doing it for the rest of the time. What happens if you don't get it? Did you ask him that? What if you get the two shots, but in the time period that they say you got to go back and get another two shots, you don't do it? Has anything
Right.
affected to you? Is it gonna be an adverse reaction to your body if you don't re-up? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to draw a parallel. I'm just asking a question here because of the parallel of um, having something introduced to your body, and then you have to having it not in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like if you like drinking alcohol, or if you like doing recreational drugs, at some point in time, if you stop doing it, your body's going to react because it's going to be used to that being in your system. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So
That makes
is
sense
that
to
is
me.
that a possibility? Is it once that's in your system, does your body get used to having the whatever's in the vaccine in your system, and if you don't have it, it's going to crave for you to have it, back in your system? I don't know, but you had it. Did you ask the question before you had let them inject it? That would be something I would want to know.
Yeah. Man, I don't even take flu shots, man, 'cause I don't trust uh,
Right.
the medicine, man-made, not nature.
Right. I don't know what you don't know.
It might
I
have
don't know what's what.
some natural flu stuff in it to make it work, but I've never made a habit of taking a flu shot. I think the first, second, or third time I took it, it made me sick. I didn't want that anymore.
Yeah. And that's why I don't tell people. Some people, they want to take it. I don't tell nobody that they shouldn't take it. I don't tell nobody that they should take it because I really believe that uh, your medical business is personal business.
Yeah,
You know what I
I've
mean?
heard you quote
And
that multiple times.
yeah, that's your personal business. And if only people they should have a conversation with is the people you in your family that that you have immediate contact with. You know what I mean? I remember when
Right.
they asked LeBron James, and he said, "Look, I'm gonna ask my family. I mean, I'm gonna talk to my family. I'm gonna talk to my wife and my kids and see where we at with it. I'm not. That's not for y'all. Y'all don't get a right to just know my. You know what I mean? I'm not. It's not supposed to be a sneaker. Y'all treating it like a sneaker or a car or a beverage. Well, I'm supposed to get out here and market a vaccine. It's supposed to be medicine, right? It's supposed to be a medical. Uh, uh, it's a medical choice. And last time I checked, my medical business is private. You know, and they I know they was looking at LeBron like, no, you're going off script. Going back to I give credit for credit is due. I love LeBron for what I love LeBron for. But I'm not gonna make nobody force me to love things that about him, or things that I don't rock with. But the things I rock with, I make sure I rock with. And that's one of them. Like, hey, look, that's not for y'all. That's not our business. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I used to tell people all the time. They used to ask me about my, how come you're not doing this with your page, or you need to do that. I'm like, man, you got your own social media. Use that. You want to talk about that? You talking about that on your page. This is my Instagram. This is my Facebook. This is my uh, whatever platform. You do what you want to do with yours.
That's right.
This is not our platform. Like I said, this ain't our body.
Right.
And getting the vaccine doesn't help stop the spread of COVID. Getting the
Right.
vaccine is supposed to stop you from having symptoms of COVID when you get it.
Mhm.
So uh, when they say this other stuff, it's like, wait a minute, is that a narrative that y'all pushing? Because I keep seeing case after case where people are getting it after they got the vaccine. So you can
Right.
obviously get it again.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You mean to tell me that
Yeah.
once you get the vaccine and you touch something that somebody may have sneezed on an hour ago or whatever, and you touch it that and they had it, it doesn't go on your skin because your skin knows you have the vaccine. Get out of here.
Right.
That's not my take. That's not how it's explained how it works. So it's up to the individual. Do you want to take it to protect yourself? Do you feel like it's going to protect you if you take it? And if that's the case, like I said before, if I got the vaccine, I'm not worried about if you got it or not. I'm protecting me and my family.
I'm gonna promote it. I want everybody to take it. Yeah, I stay out here without it myself. But I want to promote. I don't know 100% whether or not I won't get it, but I know I want a whole lot more people to take it, and then step back for a minute and watch the outcome of it. See how people, are living opposed to not having it.
You want the test subjects out there getting tested on.
Yeah, yeah.
You want to be one of the ones that what was that movie? I Am Legend. Like, hey, look, y'all ain't
Yeah.
gonna use me for the experiment, but when the zombies break out, you remember how
Mm-hmm.
what was they taking? The cure for cancer or something like that?
Say
They
it
did
again.
something with that. It was a vaccine for the cure of cancer. I think it was.
Mm. I might have heard something about it vaguely.
Yeah, I gotta watch that one again. But yeah, I remember because the way it is, they do the movies. They do like those kind of stories in the on the TV screen. You know, what I mean, be like, oh, you got to listen to what's on the TV. That's what I always tell people when they watch
Yeah.
like certain movies and stuff like that and TV shows. You gotta listen to what when they let you hear something on the radio, you gotta listen to that. When they got something playing on the TV, you gotta listen to that because they filling in
Mm-hmm.
a story. They're using it for a reason.
Yeah, that
Usually,
pretty much took my son there.
usually.
Yeah. So, to me, it's just it's pretty much the kids all of this stuff.
I always said that Bad Boys. The Bad Boys went too. Has that been up there?
Ah,
I just happened to look down in my. I just happened to look down and seen that comment. I didn't even see that up. I didn't even see that earlier. Oh, maybe you was talking about basketball. I don't know why I was thinking of movie sequels. Has that always been on the screen like that? Maybe I'm just tripping. I wasn't paying attention. But I thought it. I don't know why I thought it was. Remember that movie Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence and Will
yeah,
Smith? Yeah, I thought he was saying that.
yeah.
Okay. We were talking about movie sequels, and I like Bad Boys 2 as well. But I think that was when we was talking about basketball and teams that were like dynasties and going when defending their championship titles. Yeah, this fool's gold. Lakers over here shooting jump shots. Get out here. That's funny you were saying that about the nerd thing because me and DB was just talking about who should play if they brought Adam Bashir to the Marvel movies, who should play him.
Mm-hmm.
Now looking at all these things, because I was saying Will Smith, but I see all these things with all these different actors on Instagram. Yeah, I didn't even think of. Gladys Knight.
Man, that was kind of gay pose with
Your audio messing up. Your audio is messing up.
it, man. Oh, I know he can afford it and all that, but good gracious, man.
You said who can afford what?
Area, man. I'm more I get out of this area.
Oh, you said you're in a bad area. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That shelter's in. Hey, we're back. Yeah, I know Shelton. I think he was in the back end at first, but I think he gone. I know knocked myself out. I don't know what happened. You up, Cam? Let's see. I'm here to say I was wrong last week with my prediction. Oh, that was a whole. It looked like the last one came through at 4:57. If anybody's awake, come on, join in. Let's do a little boxing talk. Or if you still out there, Tank, come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Maybe my audio is better now. I think I'm out of that bad area for the moment. I'm hearing that Frank Warren is saying that the funds, the guaranteed money, has not been they don't have proof of funds from a bank guaranteeing that money that Eddie Hearn's been talking about for that fight. That's what I was hearing from my man Blue yesterday. I don't know if there's any validity to any of that, what the deal is, but the audio did did uh did show that he was saying that. Got to do a little investigating of the situation. Yeah, buddy. Got in the early morning risers. Come on, join in. Let's walk it up, talk it up, see what's happening.
Santos.
Yeah, that Cal.
What's up, OG? How you doing?
What's up, brother? How you, man? You on your way to work?
Yeah, I'm on my way to work right now.
Oh, you at work? Okay.
Nah, running to it.
Yeah, I accidentally knocked myself out, man, trying to check the chat, man. Hit the wrong button. And before I can get back in, Tank dropped off. I was having bad audio at the time.
Yeah, man. The idea of everything been tripping all night though.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, did you peep that? What blue blood? What he posted? The video he posted.
What you said? Now I can hear you.
Huh? You couldn't hear me? Can you hear me now? It's going. Yeah, you going in and out.
Man, listen, we're gonna end the stream just because it's the audio and stuff and tripping all day.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're
That's
gonna
bad.
live stream, man, and we're gonna try to do it again tonight.
Word. That's a bit. All right, my brother.
I wish we could have got you through the.
How was your weekend though? Then you go
Oh
to
man, it
some
was
fights over
good,
the
man.
weekend.
Philly was good.
Good. That's great. All right. Okay, brother. I'll get back at you, man. Lord's willing, I'll be out tonight, rolling. Try to chop it up again.
All right. I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, bro.
All right.
All right, brother.
Got the roots, he let the beats build, bitch. And we never switch. Even if I'm rich, I'll be broke like I'm Mitch. Niggas talking down, but that's headed in the wrong direction. But I knock that shit out like the boxing section. Cause they can't touch what they can't see. All I gotta do is be the same me. All I gotta do is keep it G. Always be the same me. While I'm solid, boy, they can't change me. No.
Enough.